Gum. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. I know I didn't stream Thursday. But hey, we're here now. I wanted to spend time with my family this week, seeing it was my first week fully working my new job, working 7 to 4. So I wanted to spend time with them, knowing that I'd be able to do that now. So very glad to be able to do that. Very grateful that I was able to do that as well. Just grateful to be here. Grateful to be here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good stream tonight. We're going to go a little later than usual. Just so that way I can make up for lost time on Thursday stream, because we didn't do that. But yeah, hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's having a good time. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Hope you guys are having a good weekend on top of that. For me, it's a 3-day weekend. Labor Day weekend's coming up, and it'll be fun. I'm gonna be relaxing all this entire weekend because I'm not gonna lie, work kicked my ass. I was not used to doing that type of work, but hey, you know what? We roll with it, and I can just spend time with my family all day tomorrow and work on some things and just be grateful for that. Blime, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. How are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. Welcome. I know I didn't stream Thursday, but we're here now. We're gonna go late tonight, so that way I can hopefully make some decent headway in this chapter. We are in the floating record now, and I'm hoping to make some pretty decent headway. Hopefully we can get pretty far. We're gonna see. Time will tell. But anyhow, I mean, I'm just glad to be here. I've got what I needed. I've got my water. I need to get some water here in a little bit, but not now. Had a good weekend. Got to spend time with my family on the festival. We just came back from dinner. Got to spend time with them before coming on here now. Tired from school events, but overall it's fun. Hey, that's awesome. Glad you're having fun with the school events. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're being safe out there and enjoying the moment with it, enjoying the time with it. Just continue to be present in that moment when you're doing it, and it'll all be good. It'll all be good, and I hope that it's good for you. So I don't waste any more time. I want to get right on into the story because we just like I said, we didn't do anything on Thursday, so we didn't stream Thursday, and I want to make some decent headway in this chapter. So hopefully we are able to do that. Last time we ended off, it was where was it? It was we learned about it was right whenever he got forced into doing medical school, and then his buddy was getting ready to do some shady shit. So I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get right on into this. I'm gonna pause the music real quick and unmute the game music, and then we are ready to roll. So super excited. Curious to see what's gonna happen here. So ladies and gentlemen, episode 7, Swap Futures. Here we go. Finally being glad to be doing this again. Here we go. At night, in the youth center hall, the tall construct wanders aimlessly. The construct, here to do someone a favor, lets out a sigh while gazing at the artificial sky above. Oh! You're going to the youth center again next month? You've been going on quite a few missions lately. Maybe you should take some proper rest? I still have a few days to go. After all these years, that child must be all grown up by now. I can't help it, Willie. I heard he wants to get into medical school, but he keeps failing the entrance exam. This semester is probably his last chance. If he fails again, he has no other plans in his future. If I had to keep watch just a little longer back then, his family would have been sacrificed. I failed to warn them in time. Short halt pat seen on the shoulder. Ever since the youth center started accepting construct commissions, this warm-hearted friend has become their rare construct regular. Shorthalt is used to it by now, but he has gotten accustomed to these requests ever since years ago when Scene steadily asked him to collect some bird feathers during a mission. This time, Scene has taken another commission from the youth center, but ended up seriously injured during the ground mission. Shortheart visits the construct maintenance department, and the result is inevitable now that he's the only one who has to worry about scene. He gazes at the artificial skylight beyond the youth center. It's already dark. Ooh, wow, it's terrible. It's already dark outside. Does no one ever take the request from here? There are so many odd jobs piled up. After a busy day, Shortheart finally finds a moment to breathe and attend some business. He plans to ask around about that boy called Palo. As Shortheart approaches, the young staff member who has been surging the children to bed awkwardly pulls the curious little ones behind him. Don't tell me the education district understanding of construct is still limited to desk books and FOS college. Deciding against the questioning the visibly anxious woman, he turns down a corridor where two staff members walking back together point him toward the youth center office area. But the person in charge has already left. To find them, he'll probably have to wait until tomorrow. Shortheart stands at the corridor entrance, staring at the darkened rooms within, ready to heave his third sigh of the day. Without warning, light flickers on in the office deep down in the corridor. A boy's head peeks out from the doorway. Shortheart and the boy lock eyes for a brief moment before the latter draws a sharp breath and darts back into the office. Oh. Whew. Fuck me. It's been a long day. In the supervisor's office, a scrawny youth keeps watch at the door while two other troublemakers fumble with the superior server. Palo hands Wanji a black access card terminal dotted with glowing lights. Once we plug this in, we'll have access to the system. Are you sure it's okay? Changing assignments, it sounds impossible. Why would anyone be kind enough to help us like that? Obviously, it's people who can't stand in this garbage system. You're overthinking it. Some commuting students told me before that they need not worry about getting into the desert area to schools. Their family would take care of everything. Tweaking regular grades, forging a professor's recommendation letter, polishing personal information. None of it's that hard if you want to do it, since no one's helping us, we'll have to do it ourselves. Besides, the medical school quota is fixed. Swapping between us two won't affect anyone else. If you're scared, just give me back the infiltration terminal. Kid, you hurry up. I almost got spotted by those teachers just now. Wanji connects the terminal to the server. The server suddenly lights up with a blinding glow, briefly illuminating the corridor outside the window. The two criminals frantically scramble to adjust the brightness. She keeps the brightness this high? Is she trying to go blind or something? Shh, keep it down, Frank. That flashes now. What do you think? Do you think anyone outside noticed? Frank carefully peeks his head out to check. In the next instant, Frank jerks back as if shocked by electricity. I'm outside! What? The rod took the dawn. It saw me! What? Quit, Shang-Chi! Wanchi, quickly, hide! I haven't gotten into the system yet. Wanchi looks up, meeting the pair of piercing eyes through the crack in the door. What are you all doing? The dim glow in the server, Shortheart spots Palo. You're... Get up! Run! Seizing the moment when Shortheart's attention wavers, Palo grabs Wanchi and Frank, bursts through the door, and makes a run for it. You've got some nerve! But how could a few teenagers possibly outrun a military construct? They barely make it a few meters before Shortheart grabs them by their collars and drags them back. Don't forget to drink water, man. You have a good voice to act. I know, thank you. I'll have to get some water here later. Right now, I forgot to grab some before I stream, but that's alright. Shortheart holds the kid in each hand while Frank stands rooted at the spot before him, no longer daring to run. He studies the blue purple-haired youth for several seconds. So, you're at Palo, huh? How do you? Alright, forget about the family stuff for now. What were you all doing in there? You're all acting mighty suspicious. Wanchi palms grow sweaty as he tightly clutches the terminal he managed to snatch during the chaos. Shortheart snatches the special terminal from Wanchi's hand, his expression darkening immediately after. Where did you come from? Confess now and I'll go easy on you. Resist and it'll be the hard way. I don't know. Don't give me such a textbook answer now, boy. Isn't these few days the time to confirm your career path? He fixes a stern gaze upon the youth, clearly aware that what they were up to. Do you realize this could get your administration revoked?
I met with the requirements. I definitely passed the threshold. Consult made the decision on its own. I won't become a construct on the surface. Answer me first. Who gave you the terminal? Someone who didn't want us to suffer this injustice.
Shorthawk confiscates the intrusion terminal and tucks it into his pouch, then methodically shuts down the office equipment and locks the door before leading the three to a quiet location. Wan Shi quietly observes the construct who is now covering up their crimes. He remembers this construct many years ago when he accidentally wandered into the emergency center. It was the same construct who had covered his eyes.
Alright, now tell me everything. What's really going on here?
In another corner of Babylonia, a small meeting is in session. Currently, Padaria's education system is almost entirely public. After entering the Center of Basic Public Education, students continue their studies there before moving on to vocational training systems connecting with either the medical systems, research system, or the FOS Military College, among others. It's difficult enough to recruit the limited talent produced by this system, and we need more than just specialists trained in these restricted fields. Whether it's getting Babylonia to permit the construction of private academics or advocating for changes in educational resources distribution, it would benefit all for non-public organizations. But the current situation is this. Parliament considers the consult assisted education system to be fair. If any related proposals that were submitted have their renewal arrives dates indefinitely postponed, getting construction rights for a private academy is practically impossible, good sir. Impossible. The best we can do is look for loopholes in this existing regulations. Flaws are easy to find. Venture into the corners hidden from the ordinary eyes, expose victims to the current education system, thrust them into the spotlight, and leverage public opinion to fight for their rights. Where are the vulnerabilities we can find or create? There's a simple solution. Word is that someone's been tampering with several student class assignments results. We should hear about it soon. Feed them any fabricated truth, let them feel the deep sting of injustice, and give them a chance to make some noise. They're just at the right age to act on impulse. And what if it doesn't work? It doesn't work. So what? The man appears somewhat taken aback. They're just a few orphans. If it doesn't work, we'll dispose of them. There are countless other methods to try. There are so many young refugees on the surface who can't get enough food or warmth. The orphans taken in by the center are living well enough already. After the failure of the Fate Exchange plan, Wan Shi and the others face stern questioning from the construct. Upon learning the general course of events, Shoto contemplates for a moment before dismissing Frank, who isn't involved in this matter. His anger seems to have subsided as he studies the remaining two, Wan Shi and Palo, and uncomfortable silence fills the air. Finally, he takes the initiative and pulls out 2 pieces of candy from his bag. Want some candy? They're liquor-flavored mints. Can you even eat these? I won't eat it, cunt. I'll pass, but thank you, sir. What a pain in the neck. Shorthawk tosses both candies into his mouth and crunches them between his teeth. He notices the holes in the children's story and realizes this is likely a ruse. He pulls out the black terminal and hands he had confiscated from Wan Shi earlier. Is the person who gave you this thing the same one who told you about the truth? No, that one helped me on men and all commuting students from school. Alright, then I'll look into this terminal. And you two should double check your grades with your teachers handling these matters at the youth center. Why are you helping us? You said you were my mother's comrades in arms. Sort of. I knew your parents, but we weren't in the same squad. Actually, someone else been keeping an eye on you all this time. I'm just here on the behalf to check on you today. Who knew you'd end up causing such a mess? Who is he? Palo's eyes widen. Some things... I think it's better to let him explain them to you himself. Wan Shi, who has been silently all this time, suddenly speaks up. Seen? That construct from the emergency center lobby, the one who tried to take me away. Oh, I remember you now. You were that kid with the sharp tongue from back then. Jeez, how old were you? 4 or 5? How can you remember it so clearly? That's all I have to say. Please leave. Thanks. As Palo grows agitated, Shorthawk knows better than to push the matter further and gestures for the 2 young men to head back and wait for the news. Wait. If you're really willing to help us this much,
Then could you help me find one more document?
Wan Shi stares intently at Shorthalt's face, tense for making this additional request. We already got a bot on cake, that's crazy. Boop. To Wan Shi's surprise, this extra request isn't difficult for Shorthold at all. Or rather, it isn't difficult for anyone except Wan Shi himself. The next morning, Shorthold hands the documents to Wan Shi.
Take a look at yourself. It's not even hard to get these. Even your teachers have access to them. Why were you the only one who couldn't reach them?
The documents labeled Wan Shi contain his basic family information and a detailed record of his life over the years.
One parent's a doctor, the other's a researcher. No wonder you're so smart.
Birth year, date, all correct. Prodigy outburst happened and my mother brought me to Babylonia. Due to severe illness and complications, I stayed in the Star of Life's pediatric ward, rehabilitation. My father used to work at the Kowloon Second People's Hospital. Wan Shi scrutinizes every word of the document, searching for any inconsistencies with the reality. Finally, following Shorthalt's finger, his eyes fall upon a name. Shu.
Wan Shu, a researcher, former member of the Science Council. After going to the surface, she was declared missing. There are no other records after that.
Wan Shu. He silently mouths his name to himself, certain that this is his first time he's heard it, yet its inexplicable sense of familiarity lingers in his mind. Where have I heard this before? A physical headache suddenly strikes him.
Something wrong?
No.
Really? Don't tell me you're just here to look up your mother's name and take a trip down memory lane.
After a long deliberation, Wan Shi makes a choice. He keeps his doubts to himself.
Yeah, I wanted to confirm these things. Do you need to hide it from me? Your face says there's more to this.
Maybe I do.
Fine, I won't ask about it. Let's get to the business.
Used to the used hesitation by now, Shorthalt takes out the black terminal once again.
If a community student gave this thing to Palo, you should beware of your classmates for now. Someone might be pulling their strings from behind the scenes.
What do you find out?
This terminal immersion won't help you breach the system, it's just trigger alarms. When that happens, the supervisor will follow the alert right back to you two troublemakers at the youth center. Someone's trying to use you for your own agenda at the youth center, but we won't find out much more than just a couple days.
So Palo really could have gone to medical school, right?
No. The truth in this case has been defined by others. Unless you can find problems to a review, this might as well be your real grades. If it isn't just a prank, whoever did this wouldn't leave any evidence for you to find.
What do you mean?
So now you're headed to medical school, right? It's actually a good path, much better than going to the surface like you originally wanted.
Are you telling us to give up?
I want you all to be mentally prepared. Seeing that I will continue to, I won't give up.
We can figure out a way ourselves. With a helpless sigh, Shorthalt ruffles Wan Shi's curly hair.
Sure. Go and talk to your teachers and do what you can. Just don't let anyone fool you again.
Hey, you must think we're unbelievably stupid.
Whoa, where did that come from? I never thought that way. Oh, by the way, where's Palo? Wasn't he supposed to come with you?
He doesn't want to see you.
Is he still holding a grudge against seeing his mother's other teammates?
Yeah, he looks like he's run out of people to hate.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
Me?
Do you feel angry too? Hatred towards your mother for abandoning you?
I don't, Shorthalt gives Wan Shi's shoulder a heavy pat, tight enough to make him wince and look up.
When you look up in the mirror, you spot something resembling a rare creature that once roamed Kowloon. I was worried you wouldn't be able to sleep until I found the files you wanted. Good thing I worked without rest. You care about it way more than you let on. You kids just have to be difficult. If you want to find someone on the surface, I suggest you think this thorough again. This isn't about whether you give up on your truth or not. Life on the surface might be very different from what you imagine. I've seen many kids from your youth center go down there, and quite a few of them end up regretting it. Alright, go tell Palo that the youth center is aware of the situation and is investigating it. I'll explain scenes to the relevant departments, and from now on, don't believe anything anyone tells you. And don't cause any more trouble. You won't always have someone around to clear up your mess.
Shorthalt somehow produces another piece of candy from somewhere and places it in Wan Shi's hand. So basically, Wan Shi is basically nonchalant. Basically, he's just like, well, I don't really care as long as I'm able to do what I can. I don't give a fuck.
I can't eat those. Here, take it. Don't worry. It's not liquor flavored this time.
After bidding a farewell to Shorthot, Wan Shi fiddles with the candy in his hand, pondering how to explain the situation to Palo, when the supervisor suddenly calls out to him.
What? Aunt Melvie is here?
Holy fuck, this is a long episode. Melvie hasn't changed a bit since he last saw her. Her temple is still as fierce as ever as she slams her lunchbox onto the dining table with unbrotherly fury.
I heard you almost turned down your chance to go to medical school. Why don't you want to go? Didn't you pass the qualification exam? And every time I visited, didn't I tell you over and over again to apply to the medical school?
With just 2 sentences, Melvie crushes whatever excitement remained in Wan Shi's heart.
I don't want to go to medical school. I already rejected the offer in the exam. You were the one who made me take it. Do you really not understand why I want you to do as I say?
Wan Shi probably understands why Melvie is so angry. When Melvie had asked him to read more medical books and try taking the medical school exam, he had done everything as told. His outright refusal was to both volunteer counselor and Tron to make Tron marks, the first time he ever truly defied Melvie since childhood. No wonder she is shocked and angry. Oh my god, what the fuck? There we go. Wan Shi is no longer the child who would cry, "Please don't abandon me." Instead of apologizing immediately like he used to, he chooses to talk back.
Of course, I don't understand. You've never told me why, Melvie.
Wan Shi avoids Melvie's gaze. His mind drifts to the information he just got from Shorthalt. It was the first time he had ever learned of his mother's name. He knows Melvie probably cares about him more than anyone else in this world, yet he still can't understand her years of secrecy and deliberate distance.
They wouldn't tell me anything, claiming it was to protect me, making a lie, making me forget. You told me to forget about my mother, and I did for many years. But I have never lied. No child could sleep for many years and wake up knowing everything. Mother really did teach me in my dreams. My memories are deceiving me. Right? Why bring this up out of all of a sudden? Sudden? I've wanted to know about this for so long. I would keep wondering why. Why when you and everyone else have been keeping secrets from me? Like that counselor the other day. He had files on both my parents and told me my father was an excellent doctor, but when it came to my mother, he wouldn't say a single word. He dodged the topic right in my face. And that professor from the medical school, too. All you're hiding things from me. So, I decided to find out for myself. Wan Shi? Yeah, I found it a moment ago.
Wan Shi hands over a paper document with his name written at the top.
So this is the truth.
Wan Shi places the documents in front of Melvie.
Her name was Wan Shu. She was a researcher who disappeared after leaving Babylonia, leaving me behind in your care. And all these things about myself that I can't make sense of. I think she left them behind for me. The confused memories and those dreams. Aunt Melvie, I've done everything you've asked of me. I'm going to study at medical school and live a normal life in Babylonia. Everything will go as planned. So now, can you tell me where my mother went? Did she screw up during her research?
A wave of sadness suddenly washes over Wan Shi.
And who am I? Am I just her test subject?
That's deep. That's deep, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck. Okay, after this episode, I'm going to get a water because I know I'm going to need it after this. Here we go. What is salvation? The transport aircraft cruises steadily through the air. While most people in the cabin rest while with their eyes closed from exhaustion, Melvie's gaze remains fixed on a woman sitting diagonally ahead of her. Ah, shit, blast from the past. The woman has cow-long features with straight silver white hair, but appears young, cradling a small bundle in her arms. Wow, that was good drama. I tried. I knew Wan Shi was like, he was dying to see that mother, and he knew that he had to bring that out. And I was like, all right, we gotta bring that emotion out and really dial in on it. So I'm glad you were liking it. Thank you, Blime. Melvie had siblings of her own, though they were all lost in the punishing disaster. She knows an infant shouldn't stay this motionless for so long.
sleep, sleep. The woman rocks the swaddled infant, and as gently as waves cradling a small boat. She raises her hand again to pat it gently, her movements somewhat stiff and awkward. It's her first time taking care of a child? Melvi watches her with concern before finally deciding to step forward and help. Hello? The woman sitting diagonally ahead cautiously tilts her head, glancing at Melvi without a word. Ugh! Would you like to take a break? I can hold on to the child for a while. I have younger siblings at home too. I'm Melvi. I noticed you haven't let go of that baby since we boarded. Thanks, but I'm alright. I hate fucking making those noises. The vehicle suddenly shudders, sending passengers stumbling in all directions. The woman clutches her child tightly as her safety belt yanks at the back of her seat. The blanket comes loose, revealing the infant's face. The child must have survived an explosion with its family. The skin bears scrapes and gravel. From what little undamaged skin remains glows an unhealthy red. It's clearly burning with fever. The baby! Everyone in the transport aircraft turns to look at Melvi. The silver-haired woman's hands tremble as she hastily wraps the blanket back around the child. The wounds were treated before we boarded. He's very sick. But he's still alive. He's using his father's slot too. We aren't taking up any additional space. The woman's head hangs low, utterly exhausted. He must go to Babylonia. Let me save him. Please. Melvi never expected to run into that mother from the transport craft again so soon. Hello, I'm Melvi. The one from Cock Biological Research Institute. What a fucking name. Melvi places her new ID badge on the desk for the staff to verify. Another hand, pale and thin, reaches forward to gently place down another ID badge. Kalong Fukshui Institute. Wanshu. Oh, it's you, from the transport aircraft earlier. You're also working on construct research? The woman gives a slight nod. Pleased to meet you. You're from Kalong, right? I didn't know Kalong had research projects in this field. What's your specific focus? The human brain and its connection to construct mind. Melvi recognizes that familiar exhaustion on Wanshu's face. She meant to leave it at that, but can't help thinking about the baby from that day. About your child, have you found someone to take care of them? In the mention of her child, a trace of sorrow crosses Wanshu's face. Thank you for asking. He's at the start of life. He hasn't woken up yet, though. He's so young. I don't know if he'll make it through this. I'm sorry. Wanshu shakes her head with gentle detachment and walks straight to the work area. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually going to be learning Mandarin. I think it's Mandarin. I think that's part of the Chinese language. I'm going to be learning that pretty soon here because I want to learn it more. I'm very curious on the pronunciation and the talking of it. Plus, I do know when I was streaming in the mornings, a lot of the people, ladies and gentlemen, were from the eastern side. So I know some were from the Europe side, some were from Italy, some were from China. So I want to learn more of that to better pronounce, better connect with the people on that side of the world. So I want to learn that. I think that'll be fun. I heard that was hard. I heard it was hard as well, but I'm also not afraid of a challenge, and I think it's going to be great. I'm excited to see what's going to happen if I do take on that challenge. Long boy! Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you're having a good one so far. I know I'm streaming late. Oh my god, late, but this is my new schedule now. I'm streaming later than usual just because I was spending time with family today, but my new schedule now is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays at 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, so you're gonna have to convert that to your local time and go from there. But this is my new schedule since I'm working a morning job now and put my 2 weeks in the other job. Well, I guess you could say quit, whatever. But anyways, I left my other job and now I'm working a new job and it's mornings. I'm very happy with working mornings right now, so now I'm streaming at nights. And yeah, so this is my new stream. Mandarin's pretended to be the hardest language to learn, but it's cool. Is it really? Damn. Hey, nothing wrong with taking on the strongest one to learn.
But I'm excited. I've always liked the culture. I like I like how the people dress over there. Same thing with the Italy, the Europe people, the Japan people. I like how they dress. It's very cool and very interesting. It's got me curious. It's like 8 a.m. for me. Let my ass on my schedule. The old schedule was like 6 p.m. I was gonna say for the people on the other side of the world, it's like basically you're flipping time zones. You're going from the nights to the morning now. So that's basically what's happening. But for a lot of people, it's like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning for them. So since they're in like London, Berlin, Italy, and all that, so a lot of them are not here. But you know, it's okay. I know they're still watching, and I'm very thankful for them. They're still watching. I'm thankful for you guys to still watch as well. So, all right, here we go. Since the punishing outbreak, humanity's front lines have been pushed back repeatedly. Our flesh and blood cannot withstand the virus corruption. We desperately need stronger soldiers to fight on the battlefield. The scientists carrying the lamps decided to delve deeper into the proposition from the old and the Golden Age constructs. Their modest progress is like the lamp they hold, a faint light in the dark cave, showing them the way forward. Dr. Callan takes his first step forward, leading a group of students to the moon, where they begin research for the construct's core inverted device at their base. Mind-related technology is another crucial component, drawing the largest number of researchers to the project. That year, researchers from around the world were sent to Eden, humanity's safest haven, as the Science Councils launched a joint research initiative with ground-based research institutes to study construct minds. Though the research was never made public, pioneers have already carved their findings into stone. Human memory, memory data conversion, construct mind, memory duplication, and recall. Stone carving will become a historical record documenting the development of the world. I think that's what it said. Battle is a massive toll on our construct resources. According to the statistics, the average attrition rate of standard construct reaches 43% with their first month of deployment. But our constructs possess superior combat capabilities compared to the human soldiers. Such high attrition rate means all investments are going to waste. Worse still, punishing infection and mind deviation can turn them into new threats. We'd attempted to use remote connection pods, but their effectiveness in stabilizing the mind provoked seemingly limited. Some connection operators have even developed serious memory trauma. Enhancing the inverted device's resistance to the punishing, preserving construct memory data even after failure frame, and achieving safer and more efficient construct connection control. These technological upgrades are critical for our ground operations. The council turns to another in the corner of the room, where representatives of the Science Council are seated. Never mind the inverted device. How long has the Science Council been working on the construct mind research alone? The council needs to disclose your current research progress and in turn writing to us. Take the recall bridge, for example. As far as I know, you barely managed to mine extraction. It's far from being universally applicable, yet let alone achieving actual recall capabilities. What about the other projects? Wan Shu, we've had a bottleneck, haven't we? Without a suitable test subjects, we can only go as far with our current data. Wan Shu contemplates for a moment. Group 3's observations in the special construct's mind patterns always have yielded some interesting findings. Special constructs? Wan Shu pulls up a set of data. You probably don't know about this. Special constructs refer to constructs that were modified during childhood. I attended the last conference and brought back the experimental details and data. You can take a look. Huh? Most of them underwent modification when their brains were still developing. Group 3 conducted connection tests using the connection pods. Current results show they have lowered rejection rates toward artificially synchronized data, resulting in more stable connections. Their minds could serve as a foundation for various research directions, such as new memory connection methods and mind deviation treatments. Some have already proposed theoretical frameworks. They are currently our finest test subjects. Melvi's expression grows serious. No, Wan Shu. Don't tell me you're... Wan Shu closes the data files. You're overthinking it. I haven't reached the point of literally creating test subjects yet. The special constructs currently available to our project team are all child constructs that Babylonia has incorporated from the surface. Most of them have yet to reach mental maturity. Even with continued education to compensate, most of them must maintain their childlike forms forever to prevent mind deviation. It's unlikely that they'll ever develop a proper sense of self-identity. The Science Council won't permit such inhumane modifications. They've already rejected all related research proposals. Just a minor setback. We'll have to consider other ways to advance the experiments.
I'm afraid we're running out of time. If no miracle happens and we can still make progress with our experiments, our entire team and all the laboratories under supervision on the surface will be disbanded. They've already proposed cutting their funding in the last meeting. If we do get disbanded, which team are you planning to go to? Doesn't matter, as long as I can continue my mine research. By the way, why are you so persistent about the mine experiments? For Wan Shi.
So we got Wan Shu and then Wan Shi.
Okay. The words slipped from Wan Shu's lip without a moment's hesitation. Wan Shi? Your son?
In all the time Melvi has known Wan Shu, this is only the second time she has mentioned their child. The first time she revealed the child's name. A dim suspicion begins to form in her mind.
Could it be that you're using these experiments to find a way to wake him up? But what does it have to do with the construct mind? Couldn't you seek help from human medical professionals instead?
Wan Shu stands up and walks to the control panel at the back.
We'll leave it there for now. Let's go back to work. Before we officially disband, we can organize all the experimental data transmitted from the ground research facilities. Even if we can't use it anymore, it might serve as a reference material for future researchers.
That's crazy. Several months have passed since the conversation with Wan Shu. Scientific research isn't always smooth sailing, quite the contrary. In the final months, the miraculous breakthrough they had fantasized about never materialized. Instead, everyone only became more certain that they're stagnating progress. Calling it a failure would put it mildly. Some, having learned of the group's imminent disbandment, have already left voluntarily to seek opportunities elsewhere. The situation on the ground is growing dire. Despite their numerous protective measures, the ground facilities cannot escape the punishing threat. Research facilities maintaining contact with Babylonia are disappearing one after another. The steadily decreasing data transmissions indicate these research facilities have reached an unstandable state. Occasionally, a research facility would suddenly upload their current data, all of it, followed shortly by news reaching Melvi of the entire facility's personnel perishing. A suffocating tension spreads among those who remain.
This is Wan Shu, making the final communication for today. I will proceed to collect research data from all ground-based facilities shortly.
Wan Shu establishes connections to the few remaining ground facilities. With staff shortages, she now has to personally handle all communications with the research facilities. Only statistic crackles through the communication channel while the staff on the ground silently process their final task. Melvi approaches with a troubled look, giving Wan Shu a gentle tap on the shoulder.
Wan Shu, we've lost contact with the research facility on the edge of the Arctic Arctic Union route. I'm sending you the details. Take a look at this. I haven't received any reports of corrupted attacks in these coordinates, but all my recent communication attempts have failed.
Oh, they're talking about the research institute that we are in right now.
The military might not have notified us yet. For now, retrieve all experimental data they've transmitted this month. I've been collecting and processing their lab data myself. They've been producing excellent results lately, but the best among the remaining facilities.
Melvi pulls up several data reports. Wan Shu quickly scrolls through them in the final pages and freezes at certain lines. Wan Shu's brow furrows as she studies the text and returns the review from earlier detailed data.
The test subject, mind subjects reading are all stable. The quality is exceptional, even meeting our requirements for new connection testing. Yes, one of the few pieces of good news we've had lately. Where did they get their test subjects from? They signed consent forms, all the volunteers. Wan Shu?
Wan Shu's mind drifts away until Melvi's voice brings it back to reality.
Keep these data safe. We'll need them later. No problem. I'll continue checking to make sure they're all secure. That won't be necessary, Melvi.
The intern comms channels of Babylonia comes alive, a channel that has never once delivered good news.
Ground recon has reported in a research facility along the Arctic Route Union was attacked by the corrupted. All test subjects inside were infected and have been eliminated. As for the researchers,
Melvi's body jolts at the words have been eliminated.
Can we still access their internal files? The evacuation was urgent and recon team only brought back one person from the institute. The transport aircraft just landed at the port. Wait, what? They left the airfield already? Did they even complete decontamination? Sorry, one moment. I need to verify something. Hey, I've been telling you that there are major security holes in your airfield's entry and exit protocols. Melvi, in the call, check if they've transmitted any detailed files about the test subjects. The test subjects? Yes. I'll look for... Wait, what's wrong with the test subjects?
Unless they're falsely data to avoid disbandment, readings like these can only come from special constructs. What? Not just Melvi, the researchers behind her all turned still at Wanshu after hearing her words. Oh, huh? His? Hers? We're going with her. Wanshu rises from her seat, straightens her collar for a quick movement, and prepares to leave. I need to see the person of the recon team brought back.
I'm right here.
A disheveled middle-aged man walks in, followed by staff members hurriedly processing his authorization. His lab coat was confiscated at the spaceport. Now he's only wearing a tattered thermal shirt, his hand clutching something tightly. He extends his open palm, revealing the intact data storage device, stained with dark red marks. Whether it's blood or vial fluid remains unclear. Gotta wake up early, so I can't stay for long. Good stream popping. Oh yes, sir. Hey, all good. Go get some rest. Be ready for the long day next day. Hope you have a good one. Hope you stay safe. Have a good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. And I will see you around. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue on with this chapter.
I am Kron, the last arrival of Zinalagorad Laboratory.
Kron's expression marks as a mix of sorrow and rage. After observing him for a few seconds, Wanshu decides to speak her question bluntly. Where did those test subjects come from?
You approved this, didn't you? And now that thing has gone wrong, you're trying to wash your hands of it.
Well... Kron glances at the speechless Movi and lets out a scornful laugh.
What's with that look on your face? Don't tell me you want to realize this now. You could have stepped in to fix this at any point along the way.
He lifts up the storage device.
These experiments were progressing, and we didn't want to be disbanded. The experiments needed to stabilize mind samples, so we took the quickest solution available. Based on the observation data you submitted about children constructs minds, we modified children under 10 years old, attempted to directly transfer human consciousness into construct minds.
Melvi speaks in disbelief. Children under 10? Child constructs were wrong from the very beginning. Our observations were never meant to help you deliberately create more test subjects. Our intention was to help...
Your good intentions have long since become nothing but a weapon in our hands. These contain evidence of our inhumane experiments. I will submit them to the Science Counselor. For any ambiguous details, I'll cooperate and provide additional information. I know dissolution was inevitable, but now that I'm the one who exposed this, what follows will likely be far worse than a simple disbandment. Compared to some unachievable success, I can't bear what's right before my eyes. This slaughterhouse I built with my own hands.
He straightens his tattered clothes as if trying to piece together what remains of his conscience.
Let it be. None of us will come out with this with our dignity intact. At the end of the Science Council of the Science Public, we might even become villains in the eyes of others. The Zinalagorad Laboratory and the Group 4 has been destroyed, and all key personnel involved in the children modifications were dead. I was just an assistant who wasn't deeply involved. The regular research might also get away with it, but as for now...
Ron looks at Wanshu and remains expressionless. I take responsibility for this, but there are other matters I need to discuss with you.
Go ahead.
There shouldn't have been any large-scale corrupted attacks near the Zinalagorad Laboratory. I want to know when the corrupted first appeared and from within the facility. What was it? Was it you?
Ha! You don't want to blame me, don't you? But the moment I realized what kind of experiment I was involved in, I became a sinner. At this point, I couldn't care less about what the other crimes are added to my name.
He gives up trying to fix his appearance and leaves with the arriving military personnel. Another month later, Wanshu stands before a patient room at the end of the Star of Life's corridor, watching as Movi approaches. Dark circles at marks Movi's pallid face, showing her lack of proper rest. I hear you're thinking of transferring to the Star of Life. Yes, but it's not that simple. Are you trying to save others to make up for your guilt? What's done is done. You need to face reality. How am I supposed to accept this? If only they had understood more. If only I had asked you more about the data. Maybe things would have come to this. I've seen the footage Chrome brought back. These children were forced to transform into constructs, only to die in the connection experiments.
All for the better experimental results, they forcibly turned children into the constructs when our research was meant to ensure humanity's survival. How dare they talk about preserving humanity when they're killing children?
Wanshu answers Movi with nothing but silence.
I can't sleep at night. You, me, and everyone in this project who was involved in this, we all need to atone for what we've done.
In the stiffening atmosphere, Movi takes a moment to compose herself.
Let me talk about something else. I don't even want to bring it up again. What about you? You didn't call me here just to ask how I've been doing, did you? I'm planning to leave Babylonia. Someone wants me to continue my research at a facility on the ground. So I'd like to ask you to look after Wan Shi for me.
Movi lets out a long sigh.
So that's why I was called to the Star of Life. Wan Shi's inside.
Wanshu presses open the doorward.
Come in.
Oh, fuck up. Artificial sunlight streams through the corridor, windows into the ward. As Movi takes a step forward, she beholds a sight that will be forever etched into her memory.
This
small child lies in the bed, arranged like a specimen. His skin and flinch, once lost at his recent injury, are now going back with desperate intensity. Various machines pierce his body, maintaining his vital signals. A life hanging by the thinnest of threads. An oversized respirator covers his face, while mysterious patches on his head connect to a device on the bedside, one that Movi finds eerily familiar.
He survived, but you saw his condition in the transport craft. Star of Life staff told me that he might never wake up. Even with our advanced medical technology, there's nothing we can do? No. No technology today can save him. Despite my best efforts, I managed to save an empty shell. I won't accept this.
Wanshu's words echoes Movi's own sentiments.
I want to save him. I came up with a solution, and I've already tried it on him.
Wanshi points to the device beside the hospital bed.
Look familiar? Don't tell me you made all of this. This thing that looks like a remote connection pod. And all these tubes. Those devices in his head? I did. Are you really using mind research to find a solution for him? What exactly are you trying to do? Turn him into a construct? No. In his condition, there's no way he could survive the modification process.
Wanshu glances at Movi, bittering evidence as her gaze.
So is this the recall you were trying to achieve?
Wanshu's silence leaves Movi stunned.
Have you lost your mind? Aren't you afraid that his condition will worsen? No. I stopped being afraid too long ago. Every single step I took with him was an all-or-nothing gamble. How does that work? Has it been effective? I'm sorry, but I can't explain it yet. Everything I have right now is just speculation that still needs to be verified.
Wanshi?
I can't access the other project call groups anymore, so the opportunity on the ground, I can't let it slip away. If he wakes up, that means I succeeded. If it means he's in a coma and I don't come back, please, don't give up on him. Why are you talking like you'll never come back? Because I actually don't plan on coming back. Consider this journey as a life traded for a life. I really can't explain it to you.
The observation with Wanshu on the transport aircraft that day suddenly flashes through Movi's mind. Just like that moment, Wanshu now stands at the edge of the cliff, desperately begging for Movi's support. Movi has always cherished her family. She wonders if they had begged others or fate itself for another chance, just like Wanshu was doing when the punishing virus claimed their lives. Is she like going to buy milk? I don't know. She's buying something, but she's not gonna be back for a little bit. Back on the transport aircraft, she hadn't also shed tears when she held this tiny bundle, feeling the warmth in her arms. She hadn't known this for so long.
Tell me what I need to do. I don't know exactly what she did to you, but I just maintained the equipment as she instructed. But I am the best candidate to look after you. After all, no other doctor is familiar with these laboratory-exclusive devices as I am. And just like that, she has gone for years, and you woke up.
Before I woke up, my memories.
Yes, I've been honest with you from the very beginning. Those events never actually happened. They were just dreams she carried for you. And after you woke up, you could speak like the other children your age and had common knowledge. At first, I was shocked, and I couldn't tell if she'd actually achieved some form of recall, or she'd just implanted memories through the other means. But as soon as I had no time to dwell on such thoughts, I knew what happened. I knew what what happened after that. The image of the gun pointing at himself flashes through Wan Shi's mind. The nightmares you described. I know exactly what they are. The corrupted. So what Wan Shu did must be far more complicated than it seems. She woke you up, but in doing so, she also put you in danger. I suspect that it got to do with Project Recall. Not only were they watching you, but they also started investigating my background. When they discovered that Wan Shu and I were both a part of the disbanded group, they began monitoring me too. None of those are good signs, so I made my decision. Melvi grieves a bitter smile as she looks toward Wan Shi, who still cannot come to terms with the truth. I've never been a clever person. I couldn't protect my own family. Couldn't make my significant life contributions, and I was so careless that I caused innocent children's death. I never even understood what Wan Shi was thinking. All I could do was to try my best, to try to believe what was right. At that time, I had only thought in one mind, to protect you and let you live a normal life in Babylonia. I lied to you, saying they were just dreams. I admittedly refused to let you mention them. All because I wanted to keep you away from any whirlpool that might drag you in, away from Wan Shu, and even away from me. I'm sorry. When you were so little, you followed me everywhere. She must have thought I was reliable, right? But I wasn't some just pity attraction working hard to save lives. Everything I did was an atonement. With each child I saved, the weight on my shoulders became a little lighter. You were also part of my atonement. I've been forcing my protection on you all this time, completely disregarding your wishes, taking it upon myself to shield you. There are no noble reasons here, Wan Shi. No one is a hero. I only wish to atone for my sins and fulfill what Wan Shu entrusted in me.
Melvi takes a deep breath.
At least it's all coming to an end now. Huh? Though I've been stationed at the Star of Life and haven't been involved with the recall since then, I've still heard things. The recall system has likely been realized, and they're probably planning on implementing it on a massive scale. People have abandoned their obsession with the project. The attention you received as potentially the first line to achieve special recall should gradually fade away too. I'm not there to reprimand you. Over these years, you've sent me 57 messages. I knew about each one, and I also knew that I was the one depriving you of your right to choose freely.
Hearing the first half of the sentence, Wan Shi feels a lump of forming in his throat.
This won't happen again. This is the last time, I promise, but I still hope you'll listen to me for just this final time.
Melvi looks into Wan Shi's eyes earnestly, as if there are countless words she cannot bring herself to say.
You were the salvation for many. Wan Shu said that everything she did was to keep you alive. You can accept this miracle that belongs to you alone. Consider everything since your awakening at the Star of Life until now as the second life Wan Shu had given you. I'm no different. I've never wanted you to achieve great things. I only wish for you to live safely in an ordinary person. You're becoming an adult now, ready to handle the truth. Now that you understand everything. Now you understand everything Wait, what? Now that you understand everything others have fought for you on your behalf, please don't waste it. Don't take any risk, okay?
You're saying this.
Also, short art also. I heard you submitted an appeal to the youth center. Withdraw it. I already asked Professor Tron to prepare a recommendation letter for you. As for the others, don't concern yourself with them. Don't get involved. Just know that every step that you're taking now is the right one. Carefully prepare by all those who've sacrificed for you.
Melvi slides a familiar little lunchbox in front of Wan Shi. Wan Shi opens the lid to find some blackened mass that has remained the same for years.
Don't waste it.
Her cooking remains unchanged over the years, just as she stubbornly conceals the truth until she dreams it's safe to reveal. Melvi is the most obstinate person she has ever known.
Unlike before, Wan Shi doesn't force himself to swallow it. He pushes the little lunchbox back. A refusal. Very well. You don't have to force yourself to eat something you don't like, Quan Chi. This will be the last time, so from now on, no matter what happens, you'll make your own decisions. As accepting the ability on the teen, Movu gently notes that this will tie in with his growth. She puts away the lunchbox, bids farewell one last time, and leaves. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're gonna get a water real quick, and we're gonna see how I'm feeling. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. I might go to sleep here pretty soon, but we're gonna see how I feel. Hopefully this water's gonna wake me up more, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. The water is helping. The water is helping. We just got to continue on. Whew. God damn. All right, here we go. Episode 9. Colorful Face. And Dragon Destroyer. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Hope you are enjoying the stream as well. Hope you're having a good weekend on top of that. And to the 5 people on YouTube and to the 2 people on Kick, welcome. Hope you guys are also having a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. We are continuing with episode 9 of The Long Goodbye of ER episode. How about you? It's been a busy day, I'm not gonna lie. I went to a Japanese festival with my family. We went last year, but we didn't stay long this time. But we went this year. We went again this year. We didn't get to see one of the dances we thought we were going to see, because when we got to the spot where we thought we were going to be seeing the spot or the show, because that's where the show was at last year, it ended up being a cosplay event. So my family got to see first time cosplaying, and that was very interesting for them. And then we saw
Then we saw sumo wrestling, and just enjoyed walking around. Got some good food. I got a bento box, fucking pretty good. And I didn't like. It was all good, but I didn't eat 2 things after that. That was about it. And then after that, we went to a really expensive restaurant. Now I'm not gonna lie, we went to a steakhouse, and I've never been to a bougie restaurant before. That was pretty bougie, and it was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, pretty cool. I like the shrimp. The shrimp was fucking fire. Now I'm a wine guy, and I'm also not gonna lie too. I'm a very much lightweight, so that one wine almost knocked me the fuck out. But other than that, though, it was pretty good. Ate some good food. Got to spend time with my family all day. Now we're here, and I think that's also why I'm a little slumped as well. I've just been busy, spending time with family, walking out in the sun, socially interacting with a lot of people. So it was a very, very productive, busy day. Tomorrow I am just going to be relaxing, just working on some content, on some things, and just enjoying the day. And then on Monday I'm off, so Monday will be I have no clue what's going to happen that day, but just another day that I can take the time to enjoy my family. So it'll be very interesting on what's going to happen Monday. But Sunday, though, it's gonna be a relaxing day. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on. Episode 9, Colorful Farce. Bro had a 4-day rap with the bow tie and a massive heart on it. I swear, dude. And now we're ending it off. I'm finishing the day with streaming. Just got to continue to push through. We're going to try to push for 3 hours. We're going to see, though, just depending on how tired I am and how much I am willing to not fall asleep. So, anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on. After meeting with Wan Shi, Melvi pushes open the door to the Construct Maintenance Department office and places the document on Sharon's desk. She gets straight to the point. Do you know about the Research Institute? It was built by another business corporation near the end of the Golden Age. I heard people were still living there about 10 years ago, but they couldn't withstand the punishing virus invasion and was destroyed. Is this what you have been searching for all these years? Yes, a research institute that you can find anywhere on the ground, and that's exactly what makes it suspicious. The fact that it took me years to find it, now answer me this. Did you know about its existence? Kron shakes his head. Yeah, we get to see our favorite man and can comment on stream more PGR. Yes, sir. I'm gonna try. We need to get to chapter 31 soon. I didn't stream Thursday because I spent time with family, so I gotta make Thursday stream up today. But other than that, so we're making some good progress. Like I said before, I was just an assistant back then. Your position doesn't define your actions. Haven't you spent all these years trying to recall yourself? I'm sure you went through all the data in the storage device before handing it over. Are you certain that you never saw this place in there? Yes. Alright, got it. Melvi tosses the paper documents into the trash can and sets them ablaze. Oh, what are you doing? The most primitive way to keep secrets. The cleanest way to destroy evidence. Haven't you done the same? I didn't come here just to antagonize you. I have no choice but to do this. As a regular civilian Babylonian, any attempt to investigate anything through data networks would be detected immediately. You're far more radical than now than you used to be. I was too immature and foolish back then. Melvi stares intently at the growing flames. Since the end of the Golden Age, it has maintained a partnership with you and Xenoblog Laboratory. Shortly after the punishing virus outburst, Xenoblog Laboratory purged all related data and secured a partnership with Babylonia Recall Research Project. After a long silence, Chiron speaks again. I see. I would have destroyed what was visible on the surface. I don't know how much of an experimental legacy has been passed around, but that fire you set didn't burn all the way to the filth. You may have burned the tree top, but the roots below have only grown deeper, more numerous, and reached even further. How utterly despicable. I don't have the strength to do that anymore. I've long lost faith in humanity, so whatever. I've signed up for the ground level volunteer medical corps again. It's dangerous. I can't trust anyone here. Besides, if I can find something, I might explain what's happening and what's wrong with Wan Shi. What's wrong with that kid? Just the other day, he was so full of rebellious energy. Melvi pinches the bridge of her nose, nursing a headache.
You don't understand. If you ever meet Quan Chi, don't tell him my real reason for going to the surface. I barely managed to convince him to stay in Babylonia. I'm not planning on coming back.
You managed to save up 25k ass. Nice. I'm trying. Now, I might pull for I don't know. Or Luno, Uno reverse, whoever it is. I might pull for her. We're gonna see. I haven't been in that game in a fat minute. Maybe. We're gonna see.
Melvi looks at the ashes left in the trash bin. Very likely, Tron. To this day, I feel like there's a toy gun trained on Wan Chi and me, ready to open fire the moment any of their hopes and fears about him prove true. She recalls that gentle doctor. Someone must know something. Someone must be watching us. I know this journey isn't safe, but I've made up my mind. I spent years searching for the truth, only to find mere traces of it. All this time, I had to keep secrets from Wan Chi, and in the end, he even grew sick of me trying to control his life.
Oh, it's okay. Might be the best support for Augusta. I only pull for supports if I know that they're gonna be long lasting. When I played Wuhua before I stopped playing Wuhua, all I did was I got Shorekeeper, very nice Umeto, and I was chilling. If you find something that would be ideal, if I die on the surface, well, at least Wan Chi would be free of the last person connected to that old project. What the fuck? Meanwhile, after his fighting meeting with Melvi, Wan Chi grows increasingly secluded. With Palo and the others are driving themselves crazy over great reviews, Wan Chi keeps to himself, vanishing every day after waking up, and no one knows what he's up to. Finally, with no news from Short Halt, Palo snaps, grabbing Wan Chi when he opens the dormitory door mid-yawn.
Hey, what have you been up to these days? Have you been in a fight without Mounty? Why do you look so miserable every day? You could have just gone with it. Getting into medical school at such a young age. What more could you want? Why can't you just be content with that? I haven't been doing nothing. I'm not giving up. What about you? Palo can't make sense of Wan Chi's words, but Wan Chi's expression is deadly serious. Short Hair told us the truth. Gasol was never the one up to deciding our fates. It has nothing to do with the machines, AR, or algorithms. It is the people with hidden agendas. Who knows what they're planning to do with the youth center when the time comes. Short Hair stopped us to prevent things from going the way they wanted, but that also happens to turn into disposable sacrifices. No amount of rushing will help now. These people have already probably forgotten about the whole thing already. No one's coming back to set the record straight, and no one's going to remember we even existed. So what? Are you just gonna tell me to accept the outcome too?
Wan Chi pulls out a card from his pocket and dangles it in the air, swaying it back and forth before their eyes. This is the access card to the medical storage room. I've hidden the good stuff in the warehouse. No one will find them anytime soon. Looks like I've got a medical school. Everyone's planning everyone's step in my life, either for my own good or for their own agenda. But I'm sick of having my life dictated by others. Are you? No, Shoto told us to avoid stirring up trouble. If we want the public to notice this issue, we have to make some noise eventually. Palo's eyes gradually light up.
Yeah, you're right. We won't let them make fools of us anymore. What's the plan? I'll go get the others to help out.
Let's blow up Resort.
Okay, no, what?
That's certainly one way to do it. In the construct maintenance department, Short Hair is sitting beside the maintenance station, watching the doctor busily work on Scene's frame. This is my last maintenance. Once it's done, I can return to the battlefield, Short Hair. Thank you for checking in on Palo. How is he? Will he be able to attend medical school?
It's sure going out just fine.
Sure? What are you hiding? Short Hair absently taps on his terminal screen.
Intelligence picked up a storage warning message. We're looking into it now. Let me take care of this first, and I'll find it. I'll fill you in on what's been happening lately, okay?
What warning message?
Someone's gonna destroy Gasol tonight.
What's going on? Is this some kind of prank?
I'm not sure either. We're treating it as a prank for now, but since it involves Gasol, they've assigned me and 2 other consuls to keep watch. After this is settled, the Parliament will probably have to review the Gasol security measures.
Shorthalt pinches the bridge of his nose wearily.
I hope I'm not being paranoid. This world's getting more and more bizarre by the day. Bring everything inside. Be careful with what you're carrying. Don't drop anything. Why do you make it sound so scary?
Natalie rolls her eyes at Pela while carefully taking a step. What started as 2 troublemakers is going into a crowd. They scurry through the back door like mice with boxes on their arms, sneaking into the target room.
There must be cameras everywhere here. Don't worry about the surveillance cameras. Let me record everything. I'll let them record everything. Yeah, now we will open fire ourselves.
Hehe. About time this blows up. I'm so sick of those birthday wishes. The exact same wishes every single year. Let's be careful.
What's you gotta be careful about? We're gonna get caught anyways. That's exactly what we want. Alright, we're here.
Wan Chi lights illuminates only a fraction of the assault, yet even the glimpse leaves them awestruck. Wow! They can't even help but gasp softly at the lights of this monument, a testament to humanity's greatest achievements. Place the explosive in the circle around assault. Make sure to put extra boxes near the data cables on the back. They bypass security perimeter protecting the assault and place their explosives at the base. Wan Chi stays motionless, gazing up at the towering assault.
We might not have enough explosives.
The explosive crate looks laughably tiny compared to Gasol. They might even crack its shell, let alone reach enough to damage its foundation. Standing before Gasol, they look no bigger than mice. Beneath its cold metallic shell, this massive computer houses humanity's greatest computing achievement, an objective arbiter whose calculations none can challenge.
If they want to manipulate our fair and objective system, then we'll use Gasol to make them acknowledge our existence.
Wan Chi resolve strengthens. Once it's set, everyone back away. He pulls out the detonator, a single button separating them from destruction. Besides the usual guard, Shorthalt also stands atop Babylonia, eyes fixed on the transport elevator. His mask amplifies his breathing while his internal systems run in overdrive. The assault looms behind him. His mission for the night is to watch the transport elevator, monitoring for any suspicious personnel coming and going. At this time, it approaches 2220. The moment specified in the warning, not a single soul has appeared.
Who could possibly bomb the assault? The Gemly assembly line halls behind it. Protected by the highest grade security systems, even suicide attack might even pose zero threat to this floor.
Wan Chi is cool. I like him a lot. All cool, nonchalant. Wan Chi, best boy. I like him a lot. I like this phase of him. Pretty cool. He's just like, hey, we doing this, we doing it with no mercy. Despite his words, Shorthalt glances down at the combat terminal, silently counting the seconds in his head.
2 minutes left. Gasol's support Babylonia's education system is supposedly quite fair now. Everyone parents the same mind about it now, how it takes various factors into consideration to determine the most suitable path for each young scholar. But they overlook the human factors. They volunteer who force feed us their ideologies, their consuls who blindly push us follow the parents' footsteps, those who sacrifice us in their honor gain. Even under this supposedly fair system, people still are forced down paths they'll come to regret, and we are boarding students, are right in the dead zone of it all.
The youth center is just a tiny corner of Babylonia that makes sure there are never too many orphans there. They are mere grains of sand, too insignificant for anyone to notice.
Even so.
You're different from your classmates. Most of your parents sacrificed their lives on the front lines. Their comrades in Babylonia entrusted you to us, allowing you to go up there under their public care. Which is why you must never forget what your parents gave their lives for.
I'm sorry. If I had to keep watch just a little longer back then, there would have been so many casualties. His mother would still be alive.
I did get the parents to come here last time, and now you want me to take my mom too? Get out of my way! My parents were victims. I don't want to end up in the stations of the Construct Base Department one day.
Become a construct and fight for your family and friends. That's fun propaganda. Is that really what you want? Family and friends? Why not carry on your father's legacy? You are also part of my atonement. I've been forcing my protection on you all this time, completely disregarding your wishes, taking it upon myself to shield you. Even so, they deserve to choose their own path, not to be forgotten, not to be mere footnotes and feel-good news stories, and not to be used and discarded. In some people's eyes, they're just foolish, naive children.
Wan Chi, press it! If there's no other way, let's beat everything on our foolishness. Let's bet everything on our foolishness. Even if no one pays attention to us, at least we'll have made our mark.
They're about to tell a more explosive story. Under the watchful eyes of the young boys and girls, Wan Chi raises the detonator. 10. Man, it's gonna get stopped short. They count down to the explosion. At the top of Babylonia, the adults count down with furious brow. Shortheart stands up and looks toward where Gasalt is. The area appears eerily quiet, with no sign of intruders.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wan Chi slams hard down on the red button. They actually fucking did it. That's fucking wild. The explosives shriek as they shoot upward, sending blinding beams of light that burst upon impact with Gasalt's body. The young boys and girls quietly squint as sudden light floods their vision. The fireworks illuminate the darkened Gasalt exhibition hall as colorful sparks dance across the shell of the Gasalt display before scattering into every corner of the space. Alarms blare throughout the exhibition hall as security robots converge from all directions.
You actually did it!
How about that? These are Golden Age explosives packed with gunpowder.
They cover their ears as they shout to each other, each eyes gleaming with excitement.
Who in their right mind set off fireworks indoors? This is madness! Wow! What do we do next? The security robots are coming for us! Chi, what do we do now?
It's party time!
Now?
They all turn to Wan Chi, who's still covering his ears and is staring at the fireworks, and then he bolts.
Run!
They break into a sprint, leaping over the safety lines throughout the Gasalt, racing through the corridors lit by fireworks before finally bursting through the exit. Wan Chi takes the lead, his heart pounding violently. His heart once raced just as fast when his feet first touch Earth with the help of medical support equipment.
Run for it! If we don't move now, these robots will catch us before the media even gets here! Oh, I had no idea Wan Chi could run like this! Why is it even recommended into FOS?
I'm curious, out of topic though, you're fine. Are you going to stream Wuha? Maybe? I'm not sure yet. We're gonna see what happens after PGR. Because right now, all I'm focused on right now is just PGR. Nothing really else, other game-wise, just because I'm just so invested in PGR at the moment. But maybe it's up in the air right now. Or right now, not definitely. But later, when I get closer to finishing PGR, we'll see. We'll see. It's up in the air. The scattered mice, they make their escape, each darting toward the nearest transport elevator. The transport elevator stops right on cue, and under Wan Chi's breathless gaze, several constructs dash out.
The kids? The ones who set off the fireworks in the exhibition hall? This is nonsense. Stand down, all security mechanoids, and bring these kids back immediately. Someone contact the Guardians. The uniform, they are children from the youth center?
Shortheart and another construct walk out. Wan Chi recognizes the construct as Scene. Maintenance cables still dangling from Scene's body. They must have rushed straight from the maintenance department.
Where's Palo?
Shortheart walks straight up to Wan Chi, grips his still narrow shoulders, and speaks in a lowered voice.
Didn't I tell you not to cause any more trouble? Nobody made us do it. This was our choice. You told us to brace ourselves. No matter how much we appealed, it probably wouldn't help. So I want to try. Maybe this way, Palo and the others would have a chance to get back on the right path. But this is all we could do. Nothing else.
Palo begins to fight back next to them while Scene looks weary.
Why should we be punished? Someone tampered with our grades. We just wanted to expose the truth. This is how we chose to do it. What good would it do for you to wait and the youth center to drag your feet through verification? How long has it been already? If we keep dragging this on, I'll have to go and get the surface. Other academies are about to start their turns. By then, it'll be too late for everything.
The other youths begin struggling restlessly.
You...
Shortheart lets out a sigh.
I was planning to have a proper discussion with you tomorrow along with the head of the youth center. Short Hot, tell them. Everyone's working on this. All the adults who know about it are taking action. Even the head of the youth center is taking your concerns seriously. But Palo, and the rest of you...
Shorthall pulls up a document and points out several others who had strongly protested their grades.
The recheck results are in, and you all have actually failed to meet the standards. The new results are even lower than the original scores.
Huh. Palo stops struggling. Huh? It's not that we don't believe in you. You can keep appealing if you want, or spend more time and effort to prove your case. Even if you go to the surface now, there will still be plenty of chances to return to Babylonia in the future. Palo, please calm down. Wan Chi continues to stare intently into Shorthold's eyes.
Someone must have taken care of all that too. And what about the terminal infiltration? How do you explain that? Some commuting students confessed to the youth center supervisor. They said it was just a cruel point they came up with. They will be punished for it.
Everyone wears the same troubled and weary expression as they had years ago when Wan Chi and Palo caused the scene of the emergency center. No one here can help them, and their protest is like the fireworks from earlier, grand and thunderous yet making no impact. A brief flash of light that quickly fades to cold. The children who caused trouble at the exhibition hall receive short, stern disciplinary lectures, but fortunately this doesn't affect their academic futures. Wan Chi spends days in anxious anticipation, fearing Melvi would show up at the youth center with disappointment written all over her face. He doesn't even dare send her a message. But even after the detonation period ends, he hasn't heard a single word from Melvi. While Wan Chi waits anxiously, Palo suddenly demands to undergo construct modification, as if he's giving up.
What? We've blown things up, we've made our noise, none of that matters anymore. Everything we could do was useless. Let's end this. I'm going for modification this month.
Why?
It's just going to the ground. There's no need for modifications, right? And certainly no need to rush it. No! It is urgent! The sooner the better. I can't wait any longer.
Palo gives Wan Chi a brooding look.
You wouldn't understand.
Wan Chi wants to try persuading Palo again, but his own devastating news arrives. Are you Dr. Melvi's family? The doctor looks for surprise at the old pair, one adult and one child.
I'm not, but he is. I just brought him here.
The youth Shortheart pointed out already has tears welling in his eyes.
When did Aunt Melty go to the surface?
She didn't tell you when she volunteered as a surface doctor? The news hits Wan Chi like a bucket of ice water.
I was her patient for a long time. You can check. She doesn't have any other family left.
Just a moment, I'll get it for you. The attending physician leaves temporarily, with Wan Chi standing there, still trying to process what just happened. This batch of volunteer doctors was rather fortunate. Almost all of them made it back. Only the eldest one sacrificed.
Which one? The deputy-headed Buchidiax? The one she helped my children before? How could this be possible?
With the conditions on the ground being so dire, anything could have happened. They already brought back her belongings, just one small package. The attending physicians hand over Melvi's belonging to Wan Chi. He had imagined many times what she and might left behind. He takes the package, only finding a small blue lunchbox inside. That's tough. On his way back to the youth center, Shorthall keeps murmuring the words of comfort, his consolation circling endlessly around Wan Chi's ears. Wan Chi's mind, however, keeps drifting to that unfinished letter meant for Melvi.
I am deeply grateful for your care in all these years. I hope that someday I can repay this kindness.
He writes in the letter with diplomat formality. Wan Chi never managed to repay anything. Seeing Wan Chi frozen in place, Shorthall stops as well.
Aunt Melvi isn't coming back. I couldn't help Palo either. We couldn't accomplish anything. Everyone's gone too far ahead. I can't catch up.
Shortheart's large hand reaches out once more to ruffle Wan Chi's curly hair.
I wanted to find my mother, but I gave up. Then I tried to keep Aunt Melvi and Palo close, but I failed at that too. So what do you want to do most now? I don't know. It's not like I can do anything anyway. There are plenty of things we can do, but you can't spend your whole life just going through the emotions. You got to keep moving forward. Look, I'm not good at comforting others, but right now we'll just bury your head in the sand. The ostrich hangs his head even lower. If you don't know what to do next, focus on what's right in front of you. For you, it means attending medical school and saving lives after graduation. There's always more to learn, always more work to do. You won't have time to think about anything else. During this time, though, something might happen one day that will show you what your new goal should be. A new goal. A human life unfolds in segments. When you reach those crossroads, you naturally know which path to choose. Shorthalt pats Wan Shi on the shoulder. Let's take it one step at a time. Become a doctor first. Better yet, why not come an even better doctor than Melfi? 2 weeks later, Palo undergoes construct modification. 2 months after that, the newborn construct is transported to the battlefield. Natalie and Wan Shi both entered medical school, while Frank went to the engineering academy. 3 months later, Palo sent his first message to his old friends at the youth center, a few photos of nameless birds and hillsides blanketed in wildflowers.
I never thought these birds actually existed. I always assumed that the feathers and constructs brought back to Wan Shi were artificial. There's something to make them happy. Getting that shot was quite challenging. The area was either full of unstable ruins or corrupted hotspots. Could you check on how Natalie's doing? But please don't let her know I asked.
After that, Palo rarely keeps in touch with anyone. Time seems to race by for the rest of the world, yet crawls at a snail's pace for Wan Shi. Night after endless night, after switching off his self-study terminal, Wan Shi compulsively checks the dates for the next medical license exam and the Star of Life internship recruitment. Though he knows he'll never catch up to those who've gone ahead, he still wishes to quicken his pace, eager to catch the next crossroad and discover the new path Shorthalt spoke of. He gives himself no chance to think of anything else, studying until utter exhaustion claims him and drags him into a dreamless sleep. Okay. Episode 10, Renegade. In the cultivation area in the basement of the abandoned research institute, the sound of hetero creatures gnawing at the clawing behind the door sends chills down one's spine. Having just fled into the cultivation area, the three have more pressing concerns than that being bothered by those sounds. They're still processing the horrifying implications about Shorthalt. If Shorthalt is the monster he spoke of himself. When they reached the basement, everyone still thought of that. Not all hope was lost. Now reality delivers the first crushing blow. I was prepared for this, but it must be the Ascendant doing. I want to bring him back with us, or... Wan Shi. Wan Shi falls silent, carefully tucks away his terminal, and continues forward. Let's see what's inside the cultivation area that Shorthalt was so desperate to protect. We should start with the door. Rosetta gives the door a gentle tap, while the hetero creatures behind it continue their frenzied movements. This door is special. It can withstand construct attacks to some extent. Constructs? But shouldn't there only be children in the cultivation area? If it's really just children here, then who are they trying to keep out? Upon hearing this, you begin scanning the room. Dim lights flicker. Dim lights flicker overhead as rows of small beds silently watch the visitors. These are their first visitors in many years. These really are children's beds. Wan Shi runs his hand along the iron bed frame, where a hastily discarded restraining strap still lies. These are custom-made restraints. They're using these to hold down children. Maybe we should consider whether they're holding down children or something else entirely. Wan Shi, can we use Hawkeye here? Yeah, there's still some reliable data here. Let me try to access it. We need to hurry. Rosetta cautiously points toward the entrance. Even with its special reinforcement, this story won't hold against that many hetero creatures for long. We need to find another way out. Got it. Let's split up. Gather intel as fast as we can, then get out of here. Oh yeah.
Anyone, do you copy?
Commandant, I've received Greg's signal. Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
Copy that.
I see.
Stay safe.
Let's go down this way and keep searching.
Renegade! Renegade! Renegade!
Rosetta, can you reach the other teammates?
No, not anyone on our team.
I'm so fucking glad these are so English double.
Other than the pile of construct remains by the door, everything else here looks well maintained. We should be able to gather some information here.
Alright, let's move.
I'm not detecting any signs of life here. I can confirm that the children Shortalt mentioned don't exist, but there are still some things that have caught my attention. Let me look into them.
Stay safe and proceed with caution. One Shia, use your Hawkeye.
Yosurski! Okay. Oh, fighting. No, it's not fighting. Never mind. Are they speaking a different language?
No. There's nothing useful.
I couldn't tell if that was Japanese or not. Let's engage. Let's investigate the area. Could it be over there in the corner?
Now the projection should be complete.
I remember the adults outside telling us to put away all the toys here before bedtime.
Don't listen to them. We need to hide the toys. 056 already showed us how. We can hide them in the gaps of the bedboards or inside the pillows.
Those people from outside are here.
Turn off the light and be quiet.
I can't say I don't know those voice actors.
What kind of toy can be hidden in the gaps of bedboards?
They seem to be hiding from someone. This is strange, though. Let's keep looking.
Wait, something's written here.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
I haven't really thought about that.
I heard from Commandant that something's off with your mind.
I'm fine. Did you find anything?
Yes, I found some children's names on the notes by the bed, along with examination dates. Here.
Stay near your guard. A high concentration of punishing virus has been detected nearby.
Seeing this is my choice.
Here too. Watch out.
Bot! Get out of here.
It's done. Nobody's hurt, right?
No sweat at all.
Just a few bugs. There are a few hiding over there. I'll deal with them and come right back.
Be safe, Rosetta.
All right. I'll keep searching.
Oh 07 is written on the bed spot. If you provide SCD as well said 056.
056. Is that the employee ID of the person in charge? Looks like I should use Hawkeye again.
Ooh! Okay.
The gap of the bedboard. Is this what they were talking about? This is... Now the projection should be complete.
07 has gotten 3 crosses. She's worried she might end up in the dump today.
The fuck?
And don't say that, don't say that. You haven't been to the classes yet. You don't know how hard they can be. If it were you, you might get discarded right away.
I want to say that Iman is oh, fuck. I want to say it's that one voice actor from I want to say it's Sayu, the VTuber, if y'all know him. I want to say that it might be him, but I can't say for sure if it's him or not. It sounds like it, but I can't confirm it or not. Canford Dot, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome, welcome. We're just continuing on with the floating record. I am hoping to try to make some decent headway tonight. If I can finish it, that'd be ideal. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but we're going to see what's going to happen here. I hope you're enjoying your time with the story so far. I hope you're enjoying. I don't know how far you are right now. I know I'm still behind you. I don't know how far though. But I hope you're having a good one so far.
But Serial 56 told me yesterday that today is that day. And starting today, no one will ever get discarded.
I see. I trust 056's words. Where did you hide the toy?
In the gap of the bedboard. By the way, I also helped Serial 56 hide something inside the medic robot.
What is it?
Serial 56 said it's personality
Never mind, that's not him.
data. I don't know what that means.
New information captured?
Shorthalt is really something else. No one in their right mind would have him involved. They must be crazy.
He might be a handful, but who cares? Someone tested the stability of his mind and proved it useful. Once that Ascendant sets eyes on him, there's no escaping for him.
So the Ascendant is behind this, just as I thought.
I've already shut down the system, but your mind is still catching up. I need to go check on you.
Don't worry about it. Let's gather the information first. Time's running out.
No, Wan Shi.
I can't stop yet. This information is important.
Wan Shi! Damn it. Ooh!
You're still alive?
I guess I'm pretty lucky for not passing the mind test. At least I get to live doing some errands. But Shorthalt has already been taken by the Ascendant, and he might end up fused into something monstrous. I was just joking.
Something monstrous.
God damn it!
No way, right?
That something was stopped by the punishing virus. How ordinary do you think it could possibly be?
I heard! The first egg hatched a scorpion, and they are getting ready for the second one!
What?
Rosetta, did you reach the other teammates?
No, not anyone on our team.
Other than the pile of construct remains by the door. Everything else here looks well maintained. We should be able to gather some information here.
Alright, what? Can we move?
I still have another shot.
No way our game just got bugged like this. No way our shit just got bugged like this. No way. I guess I gotta let them fight. No fucking way. That's so ass. Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm gonna let them kill me. Nah, I'm writing long goodbye right now. Depending on how this goes next chapter, you'll be ahead of me. I'm being left behind. No, 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 you're not being left behind. Alright, come on. Do it so I can fight, goddammit. Brother, come on.
Stay focused.
Whoa, who was that? Who was talking? Oh, who was talking? Is that Luna? Okay, can I please attack? Am I actually gonna have to fucking... I really don't want to restart. That would be very unfortunate.
I still have another shot.
I really don't. I'm gonna have to restart. Son of a bitch! That is so ass.
Anyone, do you copy?
I gotta go through all that bullshit again.
Other than the pile of construct remains by the door, everything else here looks well maintained.
I'm not detecting any signs of life here. I can confirm that the children Shortalt mentioned don't exist.
Okay. There's that. Gotta redo my damn shit again. Absolutely fucking buhwonky.
Now the projection should be complete.
I remember the adults outside telling us to put away all the toys here before bed.
What kind of toy can be hidden in the gaps of bedboard?
Wait, something's written here.
Come on. Okay, that one's done.
I heard from Commandant that something's off with your mind.
This is about seeing the bigger picture now?
Pictures are here too. Watch out. Just a few bugs.
Okay. Now we're back to this.
056. Is that the employee ID of the person in charge? Looks like I should use Hawkeye again.
Okay, not even gonna fucking work. There we go. Okay, there's that.
This is... Now the projection should be...
07 has gone in 3 crosses.
New information captured?
Okay, there's that.
Shorthalt is really something else. No one in their right mind would have him involved. They must be crazy.
He might be a handful, but who cares? Someone tested the stability of his mind and proved it useful. Once that Ascendant sets eyes on him, there's no escaping for him.
Okay.
So the... I can't stop yet. This information is important.
Okay. And boom. Alright, now we're back to this. Are we not gonna get bugged? If we get fucking bugged, I'm gonna be pissed.
I guess I'm pretty lucky for not passing the mind test. At least I get to live doing some errands. But Shorthalt has already been taken by the Ascendant, and he might end up fused into something monstrous. I was just joking.
Something monstrous? No way, right?
That something was stopped by the punishing virus. How ordinary do you think it could possibly be?
Okay.
I heard! The first egg hatched a scorpion, and they are getting ready for the second one!
Okay, I am not gonna fight until this shit goes away. Okay, I guess I gotta fight now.
Seeing the bigger picture now? This is my choice.
Okay.
Get out of here when you see a chance.
Nice.
I'd rather be arrested by the Purifying Force than end up like that.
It's not just me! We're all doomed! The Ascendant let out that monster!
Oh, that's a Haji! Wait, did you override my access to open Hawkeye again? Wan Shi?
Just a bit longer. one last.
Wan Shi, no! You're mine!
Maybe some clues left by Shortall behind. Is this the candy Shortall always had with him?
Ooh, cutscene? Oh, first person cutscene? Okay. Oh! Oh, I thought we bugged out. You. Okay. Hold on, what's the date? Okay. Oh no, Candy Bob! A tremendous roar echoes through the room, and thus billows from where Wan Shi stands up from a far end. The piercing screech coming through the comms channel forces you to cover your ears in pain. Wan Shi! The sudden bombardment disrupts Wan Shi's visual module, causing his vision to blur as he staggers backwards and crashes heavily to the ground. Connect with me! We have to force Hawkeye to shut down! What's happening? His mind is malfunctioning. I'm sure it's caused by Hawkeye data reading. If this continues, his memory data will be completely corrupted. Wait. Wan Shi struggles to keep his eyes open, but his vision is engulfed by chaotic memory data surging through his mind. Several anxious children appear before him, their eyes wide and fixed upon him with trepidation. Is this 056's perspective? The girl hiding behind the boy appears younger. Only after his encouragement does she step forward, timidly ask, taking his hand. That's Alvania. It would be easier if you just use her number. Though number 56's eyes are from years past, Wan Shi sees the number printed on Alvania's restraining suit. Back then, number 56 still chose to call her by name. It's break time already, Ivana. Come on, what do you need? It's been 2 weeks since her modifications were completed. I've scheduled her connection for you for tomorrow. Will she make it? I can't make that call, but if her mind's stable enough, there shouldn't be any problems. Is it until Wan Shi hears himself purposely mention the word mind that he realizes what's wrong with the child before him? Upon closer inspection, they're all constructs. Not a single real child remains in the cultivation area, or do children who have been completely converted into constructs. I don't want to go into the scrapyard. While Wan Shi stands shocked at the children's true identity, he raises his hand. Wan Shi watches as the female hand gently strokes Alvana's hair. Don't worry, just be good and listen to me like Iman and the others, and everything will be fine. Now, this is either Melvana, Aunt Melvi, or this is his mother. You promise? Ain't no way, because we both know, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that the only two people who were working on this type shit was the mother and Melvi. Suddenly, Wan Shi recalls the story Melvi once told him. I've seen the footage shown brought back. These children were forced to transform into constructs only to die in connection experiments. Oh yeah, I forgot, and there's that too. All for better experimental results, they forcibly turned children into constructs when all of our research was meant to ensure humanity's survival. What about you? You didn't call me here just to check up on me, did you? I'm planning to leave Babylonia. Someone wants me to continue my research at the facility on the ground. Here too. There are children like that? Constructs like that? Wan Shi? Who's calling my name? Wan Shi. Wan Shi! Get out of my way! As consciousness returns to Wan Shi, the world spins violently. A tremendous rumble erupts from below, and the entire building begins to fall apart, while the ceiling threatening to crash down at any moment. The moment consciousness returns, Wan Shi quickly dodges the falling debris. My device is low. Time to change. It was a great stream. Good night. Have a good night. Have a good night, popping and everyone. Blind, we will see you around. Thank you for joining when you could and when you did. I don't take your time for granted. I don't take anyone's time here for granted. And I thank you all for being here. So, Blind, we will see you around. Get some good sleep, and see you around. Chu, Han Ying, and now Huan Shu. How long has yet to produce any ugly woman? That is very true. Very true. Wan Shi, are you alright? I'm fine. It's just another memory data surge. Everything's stable for now.
Once he stares into the new passage exposed by the collapse before him. There's a path behind us that might serve as our escape route, but by the way, you came in and blocked. Having a way out is good. Let's clear out these rocks away first. Wait. Quan Chi vigilantly looks forward to the dark passage as the corrupted that dragged him down to the basement slowly crawls out, crouching down into an attack stance. That strange corrupted is here again. The corrupted crimson eyes fixed on Quan Chi, despite getting ready for a while, it doesn't attack, as if it's waiting for something. Commandant, do you think it's trying to lead me somewhere? Quan Chi rises to its feet, raises his revolver, and cautiously moves forward. The corrupted lets out a screech before turning and vanishing into the dark corridor. It's gonna move again. I'll follow it. Stay in contact and keep us updated on your status. Your mind hasn't stabilized yet. There's no telling when the next memory surge will hit. If anything feels off, stop and wait for us to regroup with you. Understood. That was a good shot. That was a good episode. I like that. Oh, we got 2 fucking different ones. God damn it. Alright, episode 11, Crumbling Silence. Many years ago, even the prosperous Kowloon cannot escape the punishing virus destruction across the land. The mother stares in despair at the collapsed building before her. Flames rage as the corrupted, gleaming with the crimson light, surges forward in a mass. The children and the hospital burning to the ground, the corrupted are coming! There's still so many people inside. Clutching a small bundle in her arms, Quan Chi takes one last look at the Kowloon People's Hospital, engulfed in the flames before being pulled away by soldiers helping with the evacuation. She has little experience caring for children. She unwraps the bundle to see the infant inside is barely breathing, ravaged by extensive wounds and a high fever. Disinfect him. Please save him. You want you, right? The soldier calls out to confirm her identity amidst the raging battle. Yes, both Quan Chi and I are qualified aboard the transport aircraft. This way! Sir! I found them! The soldier reports the search status for their lead through the comms while fading off attacks from the corrupted. Once we find the transport aircraft, someone will ensure your safety. Ah! A corrupted sinks its teeth into the human soldier's thigh. Go! The transport aircraft is right ahead! The thunderous roar erupts, followed by a blast of heat. Quan Chi clutches Quan Chi tightly to her chest and drops to the ground. Oh, goddamn. Oh, so that's 056. 056 opens her eyes in the research facility dormitory, holding her head as she suppresses a dull ache. It's already this late? 056 checks the time before putting her on her coat and leaving the room, in the harsh white light reflecting off the research facility corridor walls. 056 adjusts her collar and checks today's required items. A notebook, a pen, an old-fashioned wristwatch. As the watch hand strikes the hour, 56 steps into the transport laboratory chamber. It's 8 on the dot again today. I hope I'm not interrupting anyone's experiment. The other researchers busy on their stations pause their work to look up. Don't worry, just do what you need to do. Today your mission is check the status of the test subjects, dispose the experimental waste. If you don't have any questions, proceed immediately. There's a problem. Last month I was still directly processing data after the connection experiments, but ever since Dr. Pickman arrived, you removed me from the project, gave me these menial tasks. I want to know why. I fucking knew this man was up to something. This man always trying to do some shady shit. It's just a simple task reassignment. Your job now is to keep the lab rats healthy. They're not lab rats. This is why you had to be transferred. 56 silently observes her former colleagues at work. Some shake their heads with better smiles, while others make no attempt to hide their disgust. 56 doesn't linger in the lab. She leaves immediately. The elevator takes 56 to the basement, to the cultivation area, where they keep the lab rats. A few test subjects are playing in the corridor.
56 is here!
Ivana, Theodore, get behind me. All the test subjects are human children under 10 years old, and Iman is the eldest among them. Except for Ivana and Theodore, all the other children have been modified into constructs. Their minds display various disease symptoms. Almost every child carries the results of an entire research team. It is euphemistically dubbed special research. Everyone out, I need to do a head count. Other test subjects come out from the cultivation area. Several are hiding behind Iman, who was also backing away. Where is Joshua? A boy is missing from the group today. Joshua was taken away by other adults earlier this morning. They took him away? He failed his class again yesterday. That was his third X. He failed, so the adults took him to the disposal site. Iman calmly recounts what happened to Joshua this morning. 56 looks at the performance chart hanging in the cultivation area corridor. The check and X stand out sharply. Those with too many failure marks are crossed out with a single stroke, indicating this test subject has been sent to the disposal site. And today, 56 happens to be assigned to the task disposal of experimental waste. Will Joshua and the others ever come back? They'll come back. Now, Ivana and Theodore, show me your arms.
Why do they need more injections again?
The construct Iman grits his teeth and turns away, refusing to watch. Theodore and Ivana obediently roll up their sleeve-restrained suit sleeves, revealing the thin arms with purple vines, the veins pulsating weakly beneath the skin. As the long needle pierces their arms, Theodore remains silent while tears swell up in Ivana's big old eyes.
It hurts! It hurts!
This is necessary procedure. I'm sorry.
Iman said that if we keep giving us minutes today, it means we'll be the next one to go on modification in a few days. Stop talking!
Iman tries to stop his companions from discussing it, but 56 hears everything anyway. 56 watches the medicine drip down the syringe, remembering the last arrangement they discussed before reassigning her. And after converting Ivana and Theodore into construct, they plan to use these children as test subjects for as many experiments as possible. These two children weren't left unmodified because of poor conditions, but on the contrary, the researchers seem particularly interested in their future modifications, as if they're using all the previous test subjects as practice runs for these two. If these two children fail as well, it means this batch of test subjects will be completely used up. They'll need to produce new materials from the Orphanage of Light. I heard, the Orphanage of Light is gone, but any other orphanage will do. Mary's Cathedral, House of Love, whichever works. There's no shortage of orphanages in this world anyways. Young and naive, with barely any social connections, people are too preoccupied with their own affairs to notice the world's desolate corners. Injection complete. We're done. Now head back, all of you. Try to be good and don't make the adults angry. Iman, are you listening? Don't get yourself thrown into solitary confinement again. Though clearly disgruntled at being singled out, Iman still helps usher the other children away. Her next job is to dispose of experimental waste. 056 passes through the cultivation area, pushes open another door at its rear, and proceeds down the corridor. At the end of the road, 56 opens the landfill gates. They slowly slide open on both sides. A rare rays of sunlight fall upon 56's face. The sunlight shines upon and partially on everything in the disposal site, the mountain of waste, the sewage, and the fresh experimental waste just dumped at the entrance. Joshua's remains are carelessly dumped in front of 56. His bionic skin is gleaming faintly, and the ID number, SO145, is still visible on the surface. During this morning's experiment, he was discarded due to complications that were completely predictable. Perhaps earlier, this was the last time 56 would ever be able to call Ivana and Theodore's name. 56 picks up a large garbage bag, bends down to pick up the tiny construct's body, and puts it inside. That's crazy! After filling the bag, 56 struggles to climb to the mountain of garbage. She puts the garbage bag at the top of the bathe, and the sunlight streaming down to the hole in the landfill ceiling. 56 tilts her head upwards and stares at the sun, letting the unbearable light turn everything before her into a blur. For Wan Chi's sake, should I keep going? A considerable amount of time has passed since she left Babylonia for this highly classified ground research facility. When 56 made the decision, she didn't know exactly what the research facility would look like, but she had a vague idea what to expect. Shortly after leaving the Science Council, someone contacted her.
Well, Wan Chi, have you made up your mind? They're very interested in our research direction and have proven ample resources to support whatever you want to do next.
That's what everyone says when they want to recruit you, and when you say abundant resources, you mean excellent test subjects, don't you? You should know exactly what they are.
We all know what it means, so there's no need to spell it outright.
What I'm more interested in finding out is who leaked our team's data.
What difference would it make if you found a person? There's always opportunities to eager to achieve results. Others are looking for trade, what they have for profit. They exploit anything and everything they can to get their hands on. Even if you stop one or two of them, there'll always be more people trying to do the same anyway. There are even more outside specifically searching for these. Don't be naive.
You're obsessed with experiments, yet you're no longer with the Science Council. You have no other options. I thought you'd be the easiest to convince. Give me some time to think about it.
Make it quick.
Oh, by the way, that woman, Melvi, as for me as well. No, she's not suitable.
After the fire of the Xenoglad laboratory, Movi showed profound disgust and guilt toward the experimental data they sent back. The night before the Science Council's official investigation, a crude and fragmented simulation nearby devours Wan Shi's weak consciousness instead. She grips onto the monitor in frustration and looks at the infant on the hospital bed, who is too fragile to even withstand the gentle embrace. She implants brain chips on both of them. This time she enters Wan Shi's artificial mind with him, only to find nothing but a vast expanse of white. Finding severe dizziness, she pulls out of the artificial mind before it collapsed, dropping to her knees by the hospital bed and checking Wan Shi's condition with trembling hands. What in the world? Wan Shu extends a hopeful finger toward the infant with a deep coma but receives no grasping reflexes in response. Sorry, I failed again. The simulating mind is not stable enough. Not nearly enough. The data that once inspired her flashes to her mind again. What if I use a real mind? It's all for Wan Shi. Everything I do is for him. Wan Shu picks up her terminal and initiates a call with a researcher. Keeping her true purpose for going to the surface hidden, Wan Shu summons Movi. She exploits Movi's empathy and trust, making it seemingly heartfelt plea that convinces Movi to take in the sickly Wan Shi. When are you leaving? I'm leaving tomorrow. Tonight, I'll stay here and watch him a little longer. I'll leave you two alone then. Movi. The weight of her consciousness makes her call out to Movi. Is there something else you need? Movi is holding the hospital room door open and turning back to look at Wan Shu. Wan Shu's mouth opens, but nothing comes out. The mind research recalls surgeries and ethics and morality, or she no longer cares about any of it. With her heart shattering silently, she only wants to tell Movi everything she plans to do. Would you condone me? What's there to condone? The surgery you performed on Wan Shi? I understand how you feel, but we're already this far down. How much worse could this thing possibly get? No, that's not it. I'll do anything. Everything for Wan Shi. Now, I respect her because she's trying to help her son. There are some ethical ways that you could have done it. This is not one of them. However, I do commend you trying to save him, but you could have gone about it better than what you're doing now. Wan Shu can't tell if Movi caught the deeper meaning in her words. Movi is known for her quick temper, her only response for the pity glance. These children, modified before they even turned 10, they were no different from Wan Shi. Remember that, and you won't lose your humanity to madness. After spending the night by her child's sickbed, she leaves Babylonia at the next time of day to become researcher number 56. That's why they call her 56. Interesting. Despite her previous research experience, 56 receives no special treatment. She performs mundane tasks at the facility, collecting and analyzing experimental data from the children. She has never seen the process of children being transformed into constructs firsthand. By the time she's arrived, only Theodore and Ivana were not yet transformed. F them kids, I only care about mine. Wan Shu probably. But I think she's starting to have a soft spot for them now. But like I said, like I do commend her for trying to save her son. I mean, yeah, like you don't like. I know my mother would do damn near everything in the world if she could to save us. And I don't know how she would feel if I don't know how I would feel if I knew that she had to do some back end shit. I honestly don't know how I would feel if that was the case. So it's like when I'm looking at when I'm reading this, it's like. From my eyes, she's just trying to get her kid back. And she's doing some fucked shit, but I mean, she's just trying to save her kid. So it's like, morally, it's fucked, but when you look at it, black and white, it's like, she's just trying to save her kid. She loves kids, but she loves her kids just a little bit more. Pretty much. Pretty much. Even so, she can imagine what it must have been like for them, from the terror on the children's faces whenever they speak of transformation surgery. Some are already unhappy with their pretentious concern for the test subjects. After Dr. Pickman came, Wan Shu was further sidelined to handle menial tasks. She needs continued access to the conscious connection device in the intellectual lab, but her current position is far from where she needs to be. If adopting the proper attitude toward test subjects will help her regain their trust, then for the sake of Wan Shi, she can sacrifice what remains of her conscience. keep going. The day of success has yet to come. 56 emerges from the disposal site, torches the control panel, and seals its gate shut. Touches the control panel. I thought you said torches. I'm like, damn, he burned her, or she burned her? Him? The kid? That's crazy. How far are we right now? About halfway. Almost there. Alright, episode 12, Keeping Demons. Today is when Theodore and Ivana will undergo modifications and testing. The researchers have high expectations for both children. Bring them in. In fairness, the construct children's lives were already over the moment they arrived in this facility. True. They were already knocking on death's door at the moment they got transformed to this. True. Theodore isn't doing well lately. I suggest we wait a little longer. Well, wait a little longer. The research deliberately emphasizes certain words in this question. Dr. Pickman's team has been preparing for this new direction for quite some time. We've already verified Theodore and Vada's physical examination data. Everything checks out. What are you waiting for? Don't tell me you've grown attached to these children. He gives 56 a meaningful look. There's no point in waiting any longer. Besides, today you were allowed into the lab. What do you need me to do? We will attempt to migrate the construct mind into a new vessel. As for you, do you see the connection device? The researcher points to the massive cold apparatus in the center of the lab. We need someone to establish an early connection with the vessel. We've all heard about what you did during your research in Babylonia. How would you attempt to connect with the construct despite the risk of neural damage? I do have some experience. Those is exactly what 56 has been hoping for. Her instincts tell her something isn't right. You're familiar with these two test subjects. Dr. Pickman believes you will have a higher compatibility with their observation. These test subjects are valuable. I suppose Dr. Pickman wants to play it safe. Ivana is the first to be brought in. She's already crying, noisily trying to make the adult holding on to her let her go. After receiving a stern warning glance, she bites her lip and falls silent, fighting back her tears. Theodore is next, appearing more composed than Ivana. He too is pulled by restraints toward another lab meant for modifications. Soon, both labs begin operating simultaneously. Transparent tubes connect the tiny bodies to the life support equipment necessary for their survival during the modification process. 56 sits outside the sealed lab, watching the scene inside through the transparent protective window. As Ivana struggles against her restraints, Theodore manages to force a weak smile at 56. 56, to be honest, I'm a little scared too. He seems to have more to say to 56. He tries to reach out his hand, but the restraining suit prevents his arm from moving. Relax, you show excellent affinity with the titanium-193 compound. The researcher's words are relayed through the comms into the lab. General anesthesia cannot be administered during construct modification surgery. From the very first incision, Ivana begins to scream. That is fucking crazy! They are not slept. They are not getting no medicine. They are like, you kids are about to be in a world of pain. That's fucking wild! Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. No medicine. No knockout medicine. Y'all just getting the straight nothing. That's crazy. Oof. "56 and all the researchers present witnessed this heart-wrenching modification procedure. Ugh! They watch as the two kids gradually dismembered, skin peeled away, muscles slashed and removed before their unsupported flesh can fall apart. It's already being reshaped into something new. That's fucking wild! Holy shit! Wow, this is rated R! Face-taking surgery is wild. This is insane. The fact that they are going this deep in the bag is crazy. Oh my goodness, that's wild. Oh, wow. The reconstruction takes several hours. Only when Theodore and Ivana are reborn in their new form do the observers finally breathe with a sigh of relief. Did the modifications work? As people exchange hushed cheers, a man in white lab coat enters the lab. Dr. Pickman! Pickman watches with satisfaction as the small construct in the isolation chamber slowly adjusts the visual modules, and the white-haired woman on the other side stares back at him. This game is called Punishing, not Paradise. Curdo. Yeah. Swear. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. How are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. You're just in time. We're seeing Dr. Pikmin do some fucked up shit again. And this time they're going more detailed on what's happening, and that's fucking insane. But hope you're having a good one. As expected, these two are our finest subjects. We can proceed to the next phase. Several people following behind Pikmin quickly enter the lab and begin preparing their protective suits while Pikmin continues his conversation with 56. Wait a minute. Hold on. Dr. Pikmin has the same eyes as the mother. I'm gonna go on a limb here that this motherfucker is Wan Chi's dad. This is just a game theory. Alright, just a game theory. Alright. But if it's true, if this is his father, fucking insane. Hey, I'm not saying anything. I don't like where you're going. I mean, look, you gotta look at it. You gotta be honest with it, though. You gotta look at the facts. Look at it. Same eyes as the mother, same hair as the mother. The guy even said, "Why aren't you gonna follow in your father's legacy?" I'm just saying. Oh, damn. Well, I hope everything's going okay. I hope you are safe, Seawind. I hope you be safe. And yeah, I hope that that's not good, but I hope you're safe wherever you may be, and you just be safe out there. But Carefree Dot, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it. You say turn back, do not pass go, but I'm already looking at it. It's like, So you're a blind. I remember from Babylonia. I wasn't wrong in trusting you with this mission was the right choice. You built a good report for the children. Do you know what this connected device is capable of? So does that mean Cinderella is technically Wan Chi's stepbrother? Or is that his actual sister? Because we do know that he made love to a construct. That's crazy if that's the case. Huh. That's interesting. Oh no, that's gonna happen. So, alright, here we go. Do you know this connection device is capable of? I know you want to try a connection method that's safer and more convenient than the remote connection pod, but in its current state, I'd say it's nowhere near what you envisioned. First Kiana and now Wan Chi. How is Colonel getting so much play? I don't know. I could not say. I could not say. All I know is that Pikmin is one fucking horrible person. That's right. We shall get rid of this bulky connection device. Unfazed by 56 bluntness, Pikmin begins to explain patiently. But this goes beyond your connection experiments. I want to try so much more, and this device is capable of far more than you could imagine. The researcher takes out a long probe, stabbing it into 56's spine. Other monitoring patches are also attached to her human body. Although these children have varying degree of mind difficulties, we've engineered them to be like that. The mind disorders of those children, Iman's memory missing data, even 07's random periods of unconsciousness, all these were actually artificially induced. The researcher's words echo in 56's mind. She suddenly looks up, her gaze fixed on two children in the lab. Is this your new experiment? Who's the vessel? Whose mind are you planning to transfer? Without answering 56's question, Pikmin activates the connection device.
It's safer than the remote connecting pod, but you still enter a sleep-like state during the connected process. Try to relax as much as possible. Pikmin?
Colonel is a necessity evil that humanity needs to survive. Now they're using the dark connection of their past to their advantage. Pretty much. As consciousness gradually slips away, and even when lights on the ceiling fade to darkness, Pikmin words still linger in the air. I was the one who invited you here because I admired your spirit and volunteering yourself for the next experiment. Besides myself, you treat all these children equally. I can tell that you've grown quite attached to you. I believe we share the same feelings for these children. You will make the perfect guide for them. From here on, only you need to focus on observation and guidance. This is how 56 was connected to Ivana's mind. Beneath the foreign human consciousness, data streams ebb and flow like tides. Perhaps due to the recent modifications, Ivana's mind remains unstable. 56 wades through the data, searching through the vast, pristine space. A true construct's mind is indeed vastly different from the artificial one she painstakingly crafted. Ivana? A tiny white figure stands motionless ahead. At 56's call, she turns her head with childlike curiosity. The moment Ivana turns around, a sharp pain strikes 56 where the brain chip is implanted. Ivana? How are you feeling?
56! Where am I?
Ivana suddenly calmness worries 56. 56 would never forget how the child had just been crying until her voice went hoarse. Perhaps when all the tears are shed and all blood is drained, there will be no more pain. This is your mind.
Is this my place? Then what is he?
Ivana crouches down and picks something up from the sea, then turns around to show 56 what she is holding in her arms. In the small child arm lays an even tinier infant, sleeping peacefully with the eyes tightly shut.
56, did this to you? You two look alike.
Perhaps stirred by Ivana's voice, the infant opens his eyes for the first time, revealing golden irises identical to 56's. Ivana stands on tiptoes and places the awakened infant into 56's arms. That's fucking insane.
Hold him. He is yours. I won't tell anyone. The older kids told me that the people outside can't see what's in the mind, so don't worry. Oh, right. Do you know what classes they're taking Theodore and me today?
Ivana, you are a vessel. 56 mutters almost inaudibly.
56 is muttering, but I know. Theodore will be sent here.
Ivana points to the endless expanse where the silhouette of another boy can be seen.
But they won't succeed.
Khonshu feels a chill run down her spine as she looks at Ivana's expression, innocent yet completely devoid of emotion.
It hurts. I'm scared. Theodore. Someone. Anyone. Help me. It hurts. Ah!
Oh my goodness! Following Theodore's sudden scream, a crimson weave surges from his direction, threatening to devour everything in its path. So the memories that he was seeing then... So the memories that Khonshu was seeing then... is... these two kids then. So that makes sense to why he was having having those visions, because we do remember, I do remember him having them vision and being in the mind of like something was fucking up. So I think this was what Khonshu was seeing before like it went dark again. Wait, what about the next step? The punishing is about to exceed the concentration limit. No, wait, you know what he did? Yep, this is exactly what we saw at the very beginning. The needle on one of the monitors rapidly swings past the safe zone, prompting the man to watching the gauge to immediately slam down the nearest emergency button. Terminate 56's connection and outdoing the emergency protocol. We cannot let Ivana be contaminated as well. Terminate the transfer process. Okay. The researchers around Theodore are well prepared, wearing thick protective suits. Through their goggles, all eyes are fixed on the punishing infected construct as the metal restraints are slowly tightened. Well, we're seeing kids get surgically tortured. That is a fat rip. Yeah, he basically was, which is great. Well, I don't think he knew it at the time, but now that he's like piecing all the pieces together now, he's finally like, oh wow, I see these, I remember these. So that's fucked. that he was seeing them, and I'm guessing that was him when he was that was him in Ivana's mind, which is even more crazy. The corrupted struggles against the restraints, tearing them apart as the researcher cries out an alarm. The emergency protocols of man, we cannot contain it! Stop! Stop it now! Everyone out! Don't open the door, the British concentration in there is far beyond what we can handle. He's gone haywire. Abandon the test subject. Everyone evacuate. Do not approach this lab. What about us? Ah! The corrupted begins struggle, its body emanating a red glow. Massive amount of punishing energy pierces through the protective suits, corroding away the skin of the nearest researchers. Through their blurred vision, 56 watches as one lab descends into hell, while the other people hastily evacuate Ivana. Pikmin calmly observes the tragedy unfolding in the lab. Seemingly dissatisfied with the results, he prepares to leave. Hold off on disposing the corrupted. Salvage whatever equipment we can recover first, and we'll deal with the Ivana situation later. Thank you all for your hard work today. Remember to mark Ivana with a check. She did well today. While others watch Pikmin departure in terror, 56 remains motionless, her eyes fixed intensely on the corrupted behind the transparent window. Wait a minute, so did they take Natalie then? Or Ivana? Salvage whatever equipment we can recover first. We'll deal with the Ivana situation later. Yeah, hastily evacuate Ivana. Okay, so Ivana potentially lives, but now we see everything else happening. Okay. 56 hands tremble. She has achieved what she has set out to do, yet the scene before her smothers any trace of joy that success might bring. Theodore is the most obedient one, doing anything she asked just to hear her say that he was a good boy. He instinctively stays close to her. 56 can feel the deep trust and dependence. Even today, she too was thrown into experiments like a lab rat. She is now on the children's side, at their eye level, forced to look up at the hands of the researchers from the outside world. Hands they are too powerless to resist. She lives. Theodore ain't so lucky. Yeah, I'll just say he's probably the monster we end up fighting. At this moment, frozen in shock and fear, she finally realizes what has really stained her hands. She too is among those who have been pushing the lab rats into the abyss. The researchers rarely speak of that experiment. The deaths of their colleagues have cast dark shadows over everyone's hearts. After witnessing the horrors of the corrupted firsthand, they've grown more wary of the constructs, imposing stricter activity schedules, conducting more frequent mind scans, and even reinforcing the cultivation area's gates. Yet 56, who participated in the experiments herself, appears unchanged, remaining as silent as ever. No one wants to approach the distant woman, as if humans who are living among the lab rats are no different than the rats themselves. Wait a minute, what? At this moment, frozen in shock, she finally realizes what she has been stained her hands on. She too is among the researchers who rarely speak of that experiment. The deaths of their colleagues have cast dark shadows of eyes. Okay, yeah, 56. Okay, so she lives then. So 56 lives. I'm assuming. But 56 is the guy that Dr. Pikmin specifically asked for, and the final results proved him right. The researcher reports the experimental data with trembling hands. Compared to the standard infection rate, they discovered that 56 helped Theodore's mind resist corruption for several additional seconds. From then on, 56 becomes the connector responsible for stabilizing test subjects' mind. None of the test subjects resist her presence, and almost none are marked with the 3 X's and discarded anymore. A period of stability follows. Test subjects continue to have their regular episodes of mind illness. Check marks are placed on record sheets after each experiment, and the lab rats return to the cultivation area to live their lab rat lives exactly as arranged by the researchers. That is fucking insane. It's my turn for my lesson today. Iman, you can come closer. So this is the tree. This is also this is also what one she was seeing. Iman, the most mature of the children, has always been wary of 56. Even now, he keeps his distance, eyes fixed intently on the small boy with closed eyes beside 56.
His name is Wan Shi. You don't like him? That's fucking insane. Iman shakes his head.
So Wan Shi, how did Wan Shi come to be then? Because she went into the mind. Ivana was like, here you go. And then, poof, he just magically appeared. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. I don't know how that logic works. But I mean, okay. I hope they clarify that in the later episodes, but for right now, I'm just like, how the fuck did you come to be?
Are you afraid of me? I never really quite know who you are, but I've never felt scared while I'm here.
Iman points at his own chest, even though his flesh and blood heart there has been long since replaced.
Because you seem like a kind person. A kind person? You smile at us sometimes, listen to what we say, and never cut us off when we talk. When the adults outside criticize us, you come to take us away. At bedtime, you hum songs for us, and when Ivana is scared of the dark, you let her hug you for a while.
Okay, so Ivana went back to the living quarters with all of them. Okay.
You're the kindest adult I've ever met. The truth is, I don't know any proper lullabies. I just make them up as I go. As for everything else, I've never done any of it before. I only started because the children asked me to.
Deck Toys! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Hope you're having a good weekend as well. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. You're just in time. We're continuing on with the long goodbye so far, learning about a lot of lore and a lot about Wan Shi, and it's very interesting so far.
Ivana told me that those adults took away more of my memory data against last time. I've known you for 3 days this time, and you've been like this whole time. If I could know you for 30 days, I might even stand next to you now. Come here, Iman. Take your time. Come close to me. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Within the mind, Iman takes 2 tiny steps forward, but he barely moves us all.
I can give you a hug, if you'd like.
56 doesn't know what children like best, but she's noticed that when given a hug, they become more cooperative and make fewer mistakes during experiments.
No matter what happens out there, there will always be an open arms here waiting for you.
Why can't you give that to Wan Shi? No matter how mature he tries to act, Iman is still just a child. After a moment's hesitation, he chooses to believe in the embrace, and even if this trust will only last 3 days. But Iman doesn't really like Wan Shi, who is the parasite, since he must stay away whenever Wan Shi is conscious. Okay, this is huge. Who is the parasite, since he must stay away whenever Wan Shi is conscious. 56 doesn't want Wan Shi to see this place as true owner. Iman can tell 56 loves Wan Shi more, and that makes him jealous. It is her kid, technically. I'm called out as a spade. Pikmin's the dad. But I don't know anything else besides that. But it seems all the other children have taken quite a liking to this little brother. Another ordinary day. Ivana is the child coming in for her lesson today.
Be careful. Don't let Wan Shi see you. He will remember everything.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait. What?
Remember everything.
Within Ivana's mind, she sits on a hillside with 56, watching the white-haired boy playing by the shore below. Wait a minute. Okay, so they're in Ivana's mind. So they're all constructs. We know that now. 56, Wan Shi, is kind of like the mediator for all of them. We know that in Ivana's mind, that's how Wan Shi is, but I don't know if this is if this is her mind altogether, or if this is something else.
Seeing us might scare him, so we'll make sure we stay well hidden.
Oh, so then when Wan Shi stumbled upon Iman that one time, that's where all the memories started kind of flooding back to him then. Ivana glances at the unsightly joints in her body, then cautiously studies 56's expression, only after confirming that 56 is in a bad mood. In a bad mood, does she dare to speak? His fingers were hurt. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Your fault? Yeah, I took a test tube last time and it broke, and it was an accident. So we touched it too. He touched the wheat ons, and that wheat field below got pricked. Did he tell you before that he touched the seawater? This isn't making sense. So we know that he had his face scarred. He was hurt because he was in the building. We know that she went underground to look after Wan Shi. No. This is all before that. So this is before the fire even happened. This is him still a kid, maybe, baby. Then the fire happens. He gets burnt. Then it goes to... Okay, now it goes to all that. Okay. 56 wait silently for Ivana to confess. It was me. I touched the cultural medium. I wanted to know what it tasted like. And that's not all. Everything that child sees, even the sunlight, is fake. The harsh laboratory lights overhead become the sun, and every sunny day marks another experiment between 56 and the test subjects. 56 let out a soft sigh. It's okay. Really? You're not angry with me? 56 recalls a recent evening when she was sitting in the cultivation area, organizing the day logs and listening to the children's cheerful bedtime chatter. That night, the children's conversation centered around the child named Wan Shi. I like 56 the most, and 56 likes Wan Shi the most, so I like Wan Shi too. With him here, I won't be the youngest anymore. He can be my little brother? Ivana, stop talking. Last time 56 used the connection lines to show him flowers, and now he can recognize several different types. Okay. Oh boy, really? What kind of flowers? A daisy? I don't know either. Ivana holds up a metal bucket from the restraints, directing her question to 56 in the distance. 56, how about using this one as a nest insect? Sitting under the light, 56 nods towards the darkened section of the room. With 56's permission, the other children follow suit. One by one, they prepare to bring out their treasures, joining 56 in crafting a beautiful dream for the boy. Another girl lets out a giggle from within the darkness. Person A likes person B, therefore I like person B. This is peak child logic. Pretty much. Yep. It's like we're giving him lessons. In front of you to talk to him. These children have never known the warmth of parental love. In the harsh underground lab, they can only learn faint semblance of love from 56. 56 love is simple, and simple for them to intimate. All they need to do is to love the child named Wan Shi. Though they will never have the chance to grow up, they've learned to love the youngest child as siblings and parents would. So I guess in a sense, these are Wan Shi's older brother and sisters that he never really got to meet. Which is sad. 56? 56! Are you deep in thought? Ivana gently pats Wan Shu within her mind. I zoned out. Ivana, I want to transmit everything that's happening here in the most complete form. Okay, so this is all happening in the mind right now. Okay. Within her mind. Okay, so all this that I'm seeing right now, Iman, the baby of Wan Shi, Ivana, and all of them is happening in the mind right now as we speak. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. In a metaphorical sense, yes. Okay. I can't establish contact with the outside world, but I can try to preserve everything that's happening here in someone's memory. Okay, so I guess in theory then, Wan Shu is the complete form that 156 has been trying to do. No, it couldn't be though. Yeah, it can. No. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Yeah! Yeah, it has to be. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take a big hit here, and I know they'll explain it, I'm sure, at the end of the story, but here's my hit on this. Okay. Everything we saw before, like whenever she was actually in the fire, like after the fire and she went to Babylonia and all that, that was after all this, okay? This was after all this. So I'm gonna go on a limb here and say Wan Chi is actually the complete form of all of the is the complete fusion that they've been wanting to do, wanting to get. Which then in turn we see Wan Chi go to school. We see Wan Chi talk to Aunt Melvi. We see Melvi telling him, "You can't remember your past. You shouldn't." Because all of this is prep work. All of that was like foreshadowing what's happening right now. Because then we see what actually happened. No, this is confusing the fuck out of me here. She was in the lab. Fire happened. Then she goes to this. Yeah. She's in a coma. Theory Man is coming for my niche. This is just my take right now. Is that's what's happening. That Wan Chi is the completed fusion that Pikmin and 56 were technically trying to get. And everything behind everything that's happening, everything that happened in there is what's happening, what accumulated here. And I'm gonna assume that the monster is either Short Halt or it's one of the kids, or it's it's probably one of all the kids. Probably one of the kids or all the kids, or the mother. Could be 56 too. Could be 56. And yeah, that's my theory right now. That's my theory right now. Is Wan Chu is the complete form of what they were trying to get, but after they got it, that's when shit went haywire. The fire happened. She goes to Babylonia. He's in a coma. She goes back underground to do something, and this is basically what I'm thinking is happening. I think that's what happened. After all of that, the fire happened. She goes back down to deal with things, but I think that's when I have a feeling the monster is the mother. I think that's when she got turned into the mother, and now we're here. So I do think that's what's happening. I think that's what happened. And like I said, it'll be confirmed. It'll be confirmed later down this chapter, but later down the end of the story. But I'm thinking that's what happened. That's my story. That's my theory right now. Is that? So I'm gonna go with that. We're gonna see if I'm right or wrong, and it'll be interesting. Okay, here we go. I can't. We're doing this part. Oh, there's someone out there connected to me in a different way. No. Okay, hold on. 56 points to her head, and Ivana responds almost instantly. Is it Wan Chi? I don't understand, but whatever you do, it must be right. Oh, right. I have a question for you. I'm not the only one he wants to know. Since I'm the one having class today, everyone thought I should ask you. What is it? She fidgets nervously, her gaze wandering. Only after mustering up all her courage does she finally speak to Wan Shu in this mind. Can we call you Mom? After a long moment of contemplation, Six finally nods her head. Okay, but you'll have to do something in return. From now on, you'll follow all my instructions. Starting today, sharpen the buckles on your restraining straps. Make them as sharp as you possibly can. Wow, why are you asking her to do that? Dr. Pickman believes Theodore still has value, so he keeps Theodore locked away in that sealed lab. The researchers always avoid this room, and even when passing by, they keep their heads down, refusing to look at the corrupted inside. Okay, so this is probably one of the kids, okay? 56 believes that while others see Theodore as a fearsome demon, what they are doing is essentially raising that very demon. Very true! Meanwhile, 56 secretly prepares a plan of her own. She calls out and invites the children, guiding them across the meadow toward her. Within their mind, she offers them a momentarily comforting embrace, and in a gentle voice, she tells them what must be done. From this day forward, no one will ever be abandoned again. The people outside will tell you to gather all your toys in one place, but you can secretly hide some of them. You have the power to resist them. With these toys, you can fight back. When I give the warning signal, this is what you must do. 56 presses on her own neck against one of the sharpened toys. Thrust it in and slash. Wow! Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Wow! Now they have a mother. They are no longer mere test subjects with numbers that can be discarded at will. They are just kids who've never seen the world, trained to become soldiers connected together by one umbilical cord. They are all demons. Renegade 56 has created. That's insane. Okay. We gotta keep going. I
just want to save him. I must save him. But what about those kids? Who could save them?
You can really see. You can really hear the voice of like, oh yeah, we gotta do it.
Feeling a bit dizzy. This is an area we haven't investigated.
Wan Shi, you've been taking risks the whole day.
Sometimes I just feel if I don't take the opportunity right now, it'll be gone forever. Guess I'm just going to keep moving, since I've come all the way down here already.
Alright, I'm calling it now. Dr. Pickman is Wan Chi's father. Look at his eyes. Alright. You see them, you see the eyes, you see how they're done. Not just the color. Look at how it's shaped. Alright, look at how it's shaped, and then you go back and look at how his was shaped. They both had the same goddamn eyes together. So I'm gonna say it's him.
Guess you probably don't need a reminder then, but let's make sure we stay connected, and if anything comes up, stop and wait for Rosetta and me to come join you. Stay safe.
Her voice scratches an itch that I didn't know I had. Oh yeah? Which is that?
Looks like someone or something destroyed half of its body. I should go see what happened. It's Shortalt's candy again. What a clue. Guess I'd just be pushing you closer to your limit if I keep going, huh?
Happy birthday to you. End it all and me. Ooh. Once you says, Ada and my life is yours.
The researchers from back then?
Oh, we're back to...
Don't you think karma is going to bite us in the butt if we run these experiments on kids?
Are you really going to lecture me on morals? Now, when you can't even remember how many unwanted experiment subjects you've gotten rid of?
Uh-oh.
You know what? Let's get back to work. There's no end to what we're doing here.
Am I seeing all this from 056's perspective?
He doesn't know that's his mother.
bigger picture now? Your weakness has been fully exposed.
Okay.
Get out of the way, you! You aren't supposed to be here.
I'm going to the lab.
Didn't you hear what I just said?
Ooh.
You don't have no authorization. Huh. You can forget about the data and focus on hanging out with those subjects now.
056 didn't have full access to the research center. Who exactly was being wary of her?
Oh yeah, we know who would be wary of her.
I still have another shot. There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide!
The columns are down too.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
My new job is to keep an eye on the power system.
Who is this voice actress?
Is that a joke? And what's that thing flying behind you? You talking to someone?
I don't have time for chit-chat.
You...
Wow!
Are you really going rogue? Ah!
Should have seen this coming.
056! Those people are trying to take 07 away!
Don't cry. Let's get moving when we hear the alarm. Let's destroy the power system first.
I need some more information to make sure that I say that I get the right name or the right voice actress right.
Mom. I did it. The gatekeeper is asleep. Can we go now?
God, fuck!
Security system is also taken care of. But I'm sure there's a backup power supply here. I need to get the kids out of here before it's activated.
Gotta save them kids. Heavily ward and torn off with force. It's ice cold to the touch. If she wears that code name tag, maybe she can cut away one more piece of her conscious science.
I thought none of us would be sent to the dump anymore. But the alarm is ringing already. Mom.
Oh, motherfucker.
We still got company? Just take out all your toys! Take your knives out!
056. Did you succeed? Is that short off up ahead?
What is happening here?
No children. Short off. You're hallucinating. Those test subjects. Ugh. Oh wait. Still had time here.
Please tell me we can fight. Oh my fucking god. You're telling me I cannot fight? Is this bullshit happening again?
An area we haven't investigated.
Oh! Oh, we just gotta run. Thank God. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Never mind, we gotta fight. Bull fucking shit, dude. God damn! That is so fucking gay. I'm not gonna lie, that's just straight up bullshit though.
I just want to save him. I must save him.
Still feeling a bit dizzy. This is an area we haven't investigated. Sometimes I just feel if I don't take the opportunity right now, it'll be gone. Looks like someone or something destroyed half of its body. I should go see what happened.
Alright, there's that.
It's short odds candy.
I don't know why it's doing it. It's fucking weird.
Is this one of the researchers from back then? Am I seeing all this from 056's perspective? Your weakness is fully exposed.
Okay. Okay. Alright, there's that one down.
.056 didn't have full access to the research center. Who exactly was being wary of her?
Okay. Back at here again.
Your weakness is fully exposed. Seeing the bigger picture now, there's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide. Seeing the bigger picture is my choice. The columns are down too.
Okay, there's that. Boom.
What are you...
Don't cry. Let's get moving when we hear the alarm. Let's destroy the power system first.
Okay.
Security system is also taken care of.
Okay. The only bugs I get are sprite bugs.
Is that short off up ahead?
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Short off. You're hallucinating. Those test subjects. Boy, it's the red tide here.
What in the fuck is this, dude? What the fuck?
I'm leaving your personality data here, so you don't have to worry about forgetting them. I will wake you up.
What the fuck just happened? Okay, well, I guess we did it. I don't know what the fuck that was about. We're finally, all right, whatever. Hey, we got it out. We finally beat that shit. Whatever. The mine completely collapses, erupting into tempestuous storm. Wan Chi doesn't resist, submitting quietly to its depths. All memory data, deeply buried within the whirling void, breaks free at once. PG Pro gamer moment. Ooh. Okay, very interesting. There's the mother. There's... I don't know who that is. He hovers above the spiral of memory data as shards of light illuminate one by one above him. Another short halt. The truth buried deep within this place encircles him like a shattered kaleidoscope, revealing its final records. Everything he had forgotten and all the memories that 56 had tried to convey to him finally becomes whole in this moment. What I forgot. These are 56's memories. He experiences synced directly to me. He reaches his hand out, attempting to touch the nearest shard. The shard reflects a blinding light from years past. Having shut down the power system, 56 stands still, a blood-dripping demolition hammer in hand, breathing heavily. Just moments ago, she killed the staff in here. No time to mess around here. There's still backup power. Damn, she going to town! 56 raises the demolition hammer, bringing it down again and again on the backup power console. Sparks fly until the final trace of light is smashed into darkness and the screaming alarms fall silent. The children are waiting for me. 56 hands tremble as she conceals her weapon at her side, rushing toward the cultivation zone. The terminal she used to contact the children has gone silent. She can't be sure of their safety anymore. After all, her plan to smuggle the test subject out of the research facility has been exposed. Why did the power suddenly go out? What's with the alarm? Quick, the backup power! The lab! That lab needs consistent power! Several researchers rush past in panic. 56 still silently walks against the flow through the darkness. Wait a second! Which lab are you from? What are you doing here? The researcher approaches, sweeping a handheld light across 56's face. You're from Project 5, right? I think I remember you, the one who connects with those test subjects? Yes, that's me. I was just heading to check on the cultivation area. If there's anything you need help with, I'd be glad to assist. Who cares about those test subjects right now? This is absolutely not the time to be hung up on that. Come with us. You need to activate the backup power in all experimental zones. There's still punishing in that sealed lab. If anything happens to it, we're dead. Having failed to slip away, 56 tightens her grip on the weapon. She lacks the strength to take down anyone else. The risk might be too great. What are you standing around for? The cautious man glances at 56's side. Hey, she's got something in her hand! The man shouts and points at 56's hand, then lunges forward to seize her weapon. What's it? I knew something was wrong with her! No wonder Dr. Pickman revoked her clearance! 56 takes 2 steps back, muscle tensing on her arm as she raises her weapon with all of her might. Before the weapon plunges, the researcher in all front bursts into screams of agony. White figures emerge from the shadows without warning, pouncing on their victims with thin raised arms, stabbing again and again. Holy fuck. Get away! Get away! The human blood splatters and slowly trickles down the construct's smooth synthetic skin. The test subjects wielding sharp weapons from unknown sources mercilessly eliminate the lives before them as casually as they once disposed of the other test subjects in the dump. Ivana! That's enough! Ivana, stop! Iman wraps her arms around the screaming Ivana, whose eyes are squeezed shut, and pulls her away from the flesh corpse. I remember him! He took Joshua and the others away, and now he's just trying to take 07 too! Ivana sheds the tears. She opens her eyes to the gruesome scene before her, then steals a timid glance at 56. He wanted to stop Mom. I couldn't let him. It's okay. It's okay. Iman hugs Ivana while peeling away the wax coating from the crayon in their hand, revealing a sharp metal spike from within. Jesus! 56. We've sharpened the restraint buckles like you told us to. Ivana's going ham on the motherfucker. I swear, dude. She was like, "Ow! Ow! Ow!" Ivana hid the gaps between the bedboards. I hid it inside the crayons, and so did they. Iman points to the group of the test subjects behind them. They remain silent, gripping tightly on their only weapon, 56's ultimate command. The alarm went off, but you didn't show up as promised. Instead, the gatekeepers came to check in on us. They discovered our weapons and tried to lock us up. So we
took care of them.
Damn! As 56 remains silent for what feels like an eternity, fear begins to grip Ivana.
Mommy! 56? Are you mad? No. Did we do the right thing?
56 avoids answering directly and orders all test subjects to roll up their sleeves.
Feel your upper arm. There should be a small lump under the skin. Can you find it?
The test subjects nod.
Cut it open and extract what's inside.
No one complains about the pain. The bionic skin parts silently as the tracking chips are extracted from their bodies.
Destroy it.
All tracking chips are violently smashed against the ground, then crushed under the little feet. God damn! Okay, episode 14, Backtrack. The surrounding kaleidoscope shards fade to darkness, and the silhouettes within the silhouette dissipates within them. The one Wanchi touch also fades to darkness as 56 leads the subjects down the dimly lit corridor. He grabs the thin air, catching nothing.
No, I haven't seen what happened to 56 and the others.
He hasn't seen how things end for 56 and the kids. Did they really get out? Suddenly, a bullet tears through the air, cutting across the field of his vision. That's a nice touch! I like that! Though a voice deep within refuses to accept this final truth, he still reaches out. The moment the bullet makes contact, searing pain shoots through Wanchi's head as it pierces through. Following the pain, memories flood back to Wanchi, visions of the abandoned research facility. After making sure they have no trackers, 56 quickly leads the children through the cultivation area, and they slip out the back door, into a section the children have never seen before. Some start falling behind, but others grip their hands tightly, pulling them along as they stumble forward.
Mom, where are we going?
The junkyard.
What? Why there?
Stay quiet for now. Soon, 56 leads them to a door, activates a control panel with the access card, and lets out a visible sigh of relief.
Fortunately, no one cares about the security clearance for this place.
The gates open to reveal a clear night sky. Moonlight spills across the dispositive heap, illuminating the identification codes marked on each corpse. Recognizing former companions among the dead, the children keep their distance.
There could have been a better plan, but they have caught on to my intentions. If you don't leave now, you'll never get another chance. And take this mechanoid with you. I programmed it to locate another chip that will lead to Wanshi, the real one.
Oh. Okay, hold on now. Alright, hold on now, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all got me fucking woke up. I was getting ready to pass out before, but now I'm really woken up here. Okay, hold on now. Hold on now, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck? Okay. Programmed it to locate another chip that will lead to Wanshi, the real Wanshi. Okay. Okay.
Alright, everyone inside.
56 forcefully pushes the children into the junkyard.
No other doors in this world will open for you now. This is the path you must take.
Throws wrench in the theory. Pretty much. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not that. Okay. Okay, so if we're gonna backtrack and redo this theory then. So then everything that happened in the beginning did actually happen in the beginning. We don't know how we know it's her kid. Don't know how it came to be, who's the father, which I know who the father is. Goes to the Store of Life. Leaves the real Wanshi there. But knows that she did indeed experiment on Wanshi because he is a construct. No, he's not a construct. No, wait a minute. Okay, now this is where the parts gets confusing because they said that he was a human, but then she was able to connect to his mind, which showed nothing. So I'm gonna assume he's a construct. He can't be though. He's old. So okay, I am the Kalon Conqueror. Okay, so if we're gonna base it off him being able to grow up, I'm gonna assume he was still turned into a construct. Well, clearly he was turned into a construct, but I have a feeling he's been a construct since he was a kid. Because otherwise she wouldn't have been able to connect with his mind like that. So we're gonna base it off that he is a construct. He's just in the coma. She goes down to actually do waking him up, but he actually wakes up on his own, I think. And from there, I want to say something happens with the mother. Something happens with the mother. The kids I have no clue what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna go off of that for right now.
Mom? Don't call me that anymore. Just go. I knew what kind of experiments this facility was conducting, but I came anyway because I wanted to use your mind to save my own child.
Wanchi is some kind of artificial mind, probably. I don't know.
Are you just like the other grown-ups? Why are you helping us?
Iman asked suddenly while struggling to drag the bulky robot.
Why?
On the night before leaving Babylonia after Melvi departs, she returns to sit by Wanchi's sickbed.
They say you will be like this for life. If you're lucky, you'll find release in a few years. Call me selfish, but I want you to live. To wake up and experience a full human life just like everyone else.
Only the whirling of machines is heard of the word. A long time ago, that child would have smiled and responded even without understanding anything. Wanchi lowers her head, wearily burying her face in his hands.
There's nothing left. That place is hell. There's no return once you step in. And I'm exactly what Mofi said. Just another ruthless lunatic.
An alarm suddenly blares and puts everyone on edge.
Go, Iman! You need to lead them away from here. Don't underestimate the people in this facility. They're formidable. Even in the junkyard, they'll always find a way to stop you. The further you run now, the better your chances of survival. If you can escape safely, then...
When it comes to what happens after the escape, 56 falls silent. What comes after the escape? Will they be taken away by other organizations? If they join the military, will they be sent straight into the battlefield? It depends on how the people outside treat them. Will they nurture them like children or exploit them as resources?
Anyway, get going first.
Amidst blaring alarms, 56 shoves the constructs into the junkyard. They climb into the mountains of corpses, stepping into the fallen seas of life, reaching desperately for the moonlight above. You know what? No, they can't. They're constructs. Never mind. I was gonna say some crazy shit, but I'm not going to anymore because it doesn't work. So they're constructs. Okay. Huh. Okay. Amidst they climb the mountain of corpses, stepping into fallen seas of life, reaching desperately for the moonlight above. A kid notices 56 falling behind and calls out. All eyes turn to the woman lingering motionlessly at the doorway.
Mom! 56! Aren't you coming with us? At first, all I cared about was saving Wanshi and Wanshi alone. But only when I stood in front of the cliff and saw hell for what it truly was did I finally understand what I had done. Melvi was right. I do need to atone. If someone has to remain in this swamp to lift you all out, then I am the one who deserves to sink.
That's tough, bro. She's spitting. She's like, if I can get you out of this hellhole, I'll gladly burn to get you out of the hell. That is some tough shit. 56 picks up the bloodstained demolition hammer and heads toward the sealed lab.
I'm willing to step into the depths of hell.
Yeah, goddamn right! Hell yeah! 56 enters the familiar room. Surprisingly, all traces of chaos have vanished. The bloodstains on the isolation chamber's window have been thoroughly cleaned away. No hint remains of researchers' desperation as they were left to die inside. Theodore, housed within, instinctively lunges at the transparent window when spots someone screeching at 56. Oh? 56 hears the clicks of a bullet being chambered behind her. She knows who it is without turning around.
Pikmin. So you'd even experiment on infected constructs too? What are you researching this time?
56 turns to face the darkness. There stands Pikmin, gun raised.
Theodore is a good kid. He needs this level of control.
A hint of regret crosses Pikmin's face.
Oh, I thought we shared the same feeling about these children. But it seems you've been using these experiments as an excuse to do unnecessary things. What did you gain from letting them escape? You'd even incite them to murder, turning them into criminals. The way you're nurturing these children will introduce significant variabilities into the experiment.
Besides me, you're the second person here to call me test subject. Call these test subjects children. I find that ironic. 56 points to the experimental chamber beside them, where Theodore, transformed into the monster by the punishing virus, is being kept in captivity. He crouches out the observation window, staring at the two confronting each other.
I don't deny it. They're my children, too.
Now, if he means that literally, then I was right. Now, if he means that metaphorically, then I'm still technically right.
56 points at her head. People outside here already know about every experiment conducted here. You won't escape punishment. 56 raises the demolition hammer. Years into the future, the one who received these memories can no longer stay still, reaching out in desperation to stop what's coming. The punishing virus concentration inside is very high. Breaking it open means Wan Chi's hand passes through the phantom image. Can't hold on to anything. No! The piercing pain in his head keeps intensifying. Wan Chi's mind has reached its limit, one step away from being torn to shreds. Even knowing this is his past, knowing this ending is inevitable. Deliriously with pain, Wan Chi refuses to give up. His hands desperately weave through the air where the demolition hammer hangs, trying in vain to prevent its descent. Stop! His words come out as an incoherent mumble, too faint even for himself to hear. To whom should these words stop be said to? At what point in time would they have made any difference? It was before Recall Team 4 disbanded. Was it before Recall Team 4 disbanded? Before Huashu lost her way? Or before Pikmin? Before Kugawara Colonel arrived at this research facility? Was it before those children were modified into test subjects, or even before they were born? Finally, Wan Chi lowers his hand, knowing he can only stand by and watch. Wan Chi stares at 56, lips trembling, and finally calls out that name. He doesn't expect her to hear it. He just wants to call out her name one last time, like the child he once was in his dream. Wan Chi! Back when Wan Chi of the past still raises the demolition hammer. Oh wait, but the Wan Chi of the past still raises her demolition hammer.
Do you want to destroy the entire research institute?
Pikmin immediately backs away, distancing himself from the chamber containing the corrupted specimens.
I'll do everything in my power to ensure you die here. But even if you manage to escape,
one day, Pikmin, you'll die at the hands of your precious children.
Oh! Yo! Oh, he did! He really did, though! He really did die! He really died from his precious children. He died at Echo. He died at Echo and from the fucking Knights. Oh, that is crazy fucking foreshadowing, dude. That is so fucking awesome. Serves him right. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely, it serves him right. This she done knew. She done knew, saying, hey, you're gonna die by one of your children. Boom. Dead. Out of here. Echo did a crazy job. She died. She got justice for all of them. That's crazy.
As Wan Chi brings down the demolition hammer, Pikmin pulls the trigger. The isolation window shatters into pieces, scattering shards across the floor. The highly concentrated punishing virus surges from the lab, instantly corrupting half of Wan Chi's face. Meanwhile, a bullet fired from Pikmin's gun. In this era of advanced mechanoid technology and constructs, this bullet can't penetrate even the most common armor plating. This bullet can't penetrate even the most common armor plating. It spins as it slowly pierces through the woman's flesh, blood vessels, and bones until it exits her body, leaving a blackened crater in the facility's metal wall. The shot pierces through Wan Chi's head. Wow! As she falls, her hair cascades onto the floor, blood flowing from her mouth and staining the strands red.
That is insane.
The pain radiates from the pierced head, radiates through every fiber of his being. The disruption in Wan Chi's mind finally reached a level beyond his endurance.
So tired.
His struggles cease as he finally collapses. Rest in peace, Mom. Absolutely. Rest in peace.
She died protecting those kids. She died protecting her kid. She died. She died doing what a mother would do, protecting her kids. That's fucking wild, dude. She atoned. Like, she atoned. She really did atone. I gotta visit another stream. If I'm not back, have a good night. I'll catch you later. Yes, sir. Carefree Dot. We will see you around. Have fun on the other stream. Thanks for being here. I know you didn't. I know you showed up when you didn't have to, and I'm super glad you did. I don't take that for granted. So enjoy the other stream. Carefree Dot. We will see you around. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue on here.
The Commandant and the others said they would catch up.
Only a brief moment has passed between splitting up the case that corrupted in the cultivation area and his collapse. The communication device by the ear crackles was static, human voices becoming indistinct.
Can you still find me?
As he drifts into the eternal sleep, in his haze he feels all but a lucid dream. All is but a lucid dream. That's fucking insane. Alright. Episode 15 Obscured.
I hear we're getting another batch of newcomers today. You always get so excited at the teams like these, Professor. And of course, seeing all these young people so talented and passionate about medicine, I should celebrate these moments before the retirement.
Could this be your secret to staying young? Oh, good morning to little one. Little one. Still supporting those dirt circles under your eyes, I'll see. Surprised by the unexpected address of Doctor, he turns around with a sheepish smile.
Morning. No need to call me Doctor. I'm still an intern.
You're still Dr. Little Juan for now.
But once you get your certification, you'll be Dr. Wan Shi. Actually, you've been interning the Star of Life for quite some time. When do you think you'll get certified? Have you decided on the department yet?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't really thought it through.
Hippocrates glanced at the ID badge on Wan Shi's chest.
So, you're a star student in every department fighting over. The multitasking monster, the exam deity, the one who's so dedicated he'd evolved past the need for sleep. Wan Shi.
Don't just blurt out those stupid names like that.
What else? Study hall gatekeeper, the wish-granting machine.
Me?
Wan Shi points at his own face, feeling somewhat puzzled.
That's not all. I heard you're shadowing a pediatrician. If this affects your final decision, you might want to consider pediatrics is exhausting work. Also, remember to balance work and rest. Keep burning the midnight oil like this, and you'll age faster than you'd like.
I'm sorry to make you worry, but I'm not burning myself out. The doctor who used to take care of me here did all the same thing.
Go on, get back to work. If I keep talking, your supervisor will come looking for me.
The white-clad figure nods and hurries away while Hippocrates bows his head to prepare his materials.
We never have enough time to chat, Professor. How's Wan Shi doing? He's one of the top students in medical school, you know.
Nothing particularly unusual. Just a young one working too hard because they're overeager.
What is he in such a hurry for?
What's pushing Wan Shi? Every time he looks at his reflection, he sees the dark circles under his eyes, a reminder of his departure pursuit to absorb every bit of knowledge within reach. Why? Why is it a desire to become a pediatrician like Melvi, to inherit what he has become an irreversible regret? Or is it because he sees his younger self in these children at the ward and genuinely wishes for their swift recovery? Oh, did they make it? Or perhaps it's because every moment he allows himself to relax, he's reminded that Palo and the others are still fighting on the ground. He isn't sure, but he remembers Shorthalt's advice.
If you don't know what to do next, focus on what's right in front of you. For you, it means attending medical school and 7 lives after graduation. There's always more to learn, always more work to do. You won't have time to think about anything else. Let's take it on one step at a time. Become a doctor first, or better yet, why not become an even better doctor than Melvi?
Don't overthink things, just become a doctor first. Just open the ward doors one at a time. That's enough.
Wan Shi pushes open the ward door, sorry. Vivian.
Wan Shi's here!
Andy.
I got here first. Wan Shi, I shaved up 2 wish cards yesterday. Don't I haven't decided what to trade them for. I got one too. I'm gonna trade it for the newest Mecha Girl stickers.
The once quiet ward suddenly springs to life as children well enough to gather around.
Who gave you these wish cards while I was away?
The nurse walks over.
Sit.
It's Natalie. That's crazy. She looks like an NPC like every other one, but that's all right. They should have kept the goddamn pink hair. Then it would have been cooler. But oh well.
Since you were finally away taking a break yesterday, these kids were behaving so well, the doctor on duty handed out some cards on your behalf. Gotta make 2 of them. Oh, Mika got 2 of them, though. Wan Chi looks at the only boy still confined to the bed of the ward. The boy smiles at him gently and points at 2 colorful cards beside his pillow. Maka was especially quiet during the IV drip. He even reminded the nurse not to forget this medicine. Vivian was just as good. She stuck out our agreement after only watching 2 episodes of Mecha Girls before bed. They've both been very responsible. Thanks for taking care of everything. After Natalie leaves, Wan Chi walks around the ward with his hands in his pockets, making a show of mysterious inspection before finally stopping at Maka's bedside. Now, let me see. Who's been most behaved lately? Andy, Vivian, or could it be Maka? He calls out to each child one by one, then dramatically presents to have a sudden realization. Oh my. Looks like everyone's been working hard on getting better. Well, in that case, how about I give everyone a piece of candy? Ha ha, he even inherits the candy. He reaches into his treasure chest pocket and reveals an assortment of hard candies. After placing one by Maka's pillow, he lets the other children pick their favorites from his hand. The children's cheer bring forth the most relaxed smile on the young doctor's face. Without a goal in mind, it's better to stop overthinking and focus on what's right in front of you. That is big fucking facts. Just like this, put on the coat, open the door, and bring on a bit of joy to the children. May I have another piece? Maka whispers. Wan Chi snaps back to reality. Yes, the nurse said that you were the best behaved yesterday. Have another one. Which flavor would you like? Is something bothering you, Wan Chi? When Dad's worried about something, he makes the same face you're making right now. Oh, Maka's condition isn't looking good. Natalie pinches the bridge of her nose as the quiet examination room makes her drowsy. Beside her, Wan Chi quickly flips through Maka's medical records, and for once without his usual yawning. Born with cognitive condition, multiple surgeries with limited success, no sternest activity before the next operation. Modern medicine has come so far, yet there are diseases that remain beyond our ability to cure. Nothing we can't handle, nothing we can do but our best, I suppose.
Holy, I made it. I just woke up too. Shark Praise! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. You are here very, very early. Let me see. What time is it for you guys right now? It's the morning, technically. It is the morning, technically. Hey, we might be able to get our people here. We might be able to get some people here. That's pretty cool. Hey, that's pretty cool. Good to see you here. Good to... We're doing a late stream because I'm making up time for last stream because I didn't stream Thursday, so I'm making it up. Sorry, I had to text my brother. I see. Yeah, I saw that on the announcements. Yeah, I wanted to spend time with my family because this is my first week working on the new job and working mornings, and being able to see them was really nice. But I shit you not, this work has been kicking my ass, so I've been sleeping half the time. But Thursday was like actual day where I'm like, okay, I don't feel sleepy. I want to spend time with them. So currently 12:26 in the afternoon here. Really? Okay, I thought you were morning. I thought you were like early morning. So okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, cool. All right, well, you're just in time. We're continuing on with this chapter. We'll probably do like maybe 2 more episodes after this, and then that'll probably be it, because I'm gonna go after this. I'm gonna go spend some time with my brother and all them. They're on the games right now, but after that, that'll be the it for the stream. But we're making really good headway so far. Really good headway. Here we go. It's fine. I'll head back to the professor gets here. I'd like to hear the professor's treatment plan for Maka. It'll be a good learning opportunity for me. The professor specifically asked us to make sure they get some rest. I heard you fell asleep on your office chair again the other day. How many days have you been working non-stop at this time? Wan Chi shakes his head, deflecting the questions about himself as he turns to the final page. What's Mika's family situation like? Do you know exactly what his parents do in Babylonia? His hospitalization and surgeries require a lot of resources, and things may stay this way for a long time, possibly years. If his family is struggling financially, I can help apply for a fee waiver. Maka's father is his only remaining family. He volunteered for modification to fight on the ground.
Casualty rate among military constructs has never decreased. His father falls too. The youth center will assume custody of Maka. Understood. Let's focus on treatment for now. Sorry, Maka. I didn't mean to worry you. I want to help too, Wanshi. Yesterday, the nurse asked me to fetch her terminal, and I did a great job. Fantastic. I'll make you my assistant today. If I'm your assistant, will you give me more wish cards? Are these wish cards important to you?
Wanshi watches as Maka's expression grows uneasy, realizing that the child hasn't used his anything I want cards in a long time.
I heard Dad's long-term mission is over, and he'll be back in a few days. How many wish cards would it take to get one day outside? I want to spend a day playing with Dad. Even if I don't have enough, could I maybe get in advance?
Maka pulls his colorful wish cards from his pocket, carefully aligning them one by one, each card pristine without a single bent corner.
Have you talked about this with your dad? You're scheduled for surgery this week, and you'll need time to recover afterward.
No. Wanshi bends down to meet Maka at eye level.
How about this? We'll wait patiently for him to return, then we can discuss when you might be discharged, okay? For now, just listen to the doctors and nurses, focus on your recovery, and I'm sure you'll be able to leave with your father in no time.
Maka nods.
The wish cards. I don't need this many.
Wanshi takes a few color cards from Maka's hand and returns the thick remaining stack to Maka's pocket.
This will do.
He tucks the wish cards retrieved from Maka into his pocket before turning to perform his routine check on the other children. Suddenly, the terminal rings and the screen shows someone who hasn't been in touch for a long time.
Hello?
Palo has been on a long-term mission on the ground. What the fuck is that wording? Why would he make contact now? The call connects promptly, but the screen shows nothing but darkness.
Palo, what's wrong? What? I can't hear you clearly.
The other side seems to be saying something, but the static makes it impossible for Wanshi to make out a single word. Soon the communication is forcibly cut off. As Wanshi attempts to establish communication again, Natalie comes running in.
Is Wanshi here? Natalie?
Wanshi points at his terminal, but Natalie cuts him off. She glances at the bedridden Maka, anxiety evident of her face.
Wanshi, come with me now.
Oh boy, something's gonna happen.
What? It's Maka's father. His unit requested mass emergency medical support just hours ago.
What's the exact situation?
No idea. Everyone in construct maintenance is so swamped and can't spare even a moment to explain things properly. Just yesterday, that child said his father's long-term mission would end in a few days. He even told me their travel plans in such detail.
It might not be that bad. I'll go check. Could you please ask the professor to come back?
Without time to further instructions, Wanshi dashes to the Star of Life Emergency Center. He rushes down the long corridor and opens the emergency stairwell door. He knows the shortcut. The artificial sunlight feels as warm as ever, and the window, the one he once had tiptoed to peek through, remains unchanged. It was here, as a small child, that he first glimpsed the other side of the world, frantic constructs and doctors rushing about, and broken constructs being whirled past. Is it still the same as back then? Many years have passed since that day as he turns his gaze toward the window once again. All because we had to save those darling refugees. He got ambushed by a pack of corrupted, and we just met with another team, and now, great! Everyone's gone, just like that! Do you know how long we were stuck in the ground? We finally had the chance to return to Babylonia, and now look what's happened! How many of us are even left? It's pointless. No use talking about it now. He can't make out what the constructs are saying, but their expressions are all too familiar. Anger, grief, confusion. The maintenance doors still rush about just as before. Exactly like it was back then. We'll lift the stats for the construct invasion and check for the internal cavity damage. Let the auto maintenance kit treat the external wounds and stop the vital fluid loss. No prep for vital fluid transfusion right away. Professor, we're running low on vital fluid. He needs far too much. Rescue operation for maintenance room 6 has failed. Clean up as quickly and bring in the next one. There are still so many outside! The professor's face shows even more signs of exhaustion.
Look for the severely injured ones then. Damage rates between 40 and 70%.
But some are worse!
Resources are stretched too thin. There's no point bringing them in. This isn't an execution chamber. I can help.
A young man in the lab coat stands in front of the maintenance room 6, announcing to the professor and assistant inside. The busy professor spares only a glance before returning to their emergency procedure. Connection cable, now! The assistant swiftly hands over what the professor needs.
Professor Kunon, I've completed the construct maintenance course, and you personally approved my basic construct maintenance codification.
I can handle 2 emergency procedures at once through the remote maintenance. I practiced countless times on medical equipment. Aspirator. Professor, I know him. He's excelled in construct maintenance class 2, even if his experience is limited to medical simulators. That much I'm aware of. While she stands at the entrance of the emergency center, speaking rapidly, for a fleeting moment he feels like a child again, only as tall as an adult legs. With his view, he's filled by the hems of white coats. Will there be another Palo standing there? Could it be Maka this time? Professor Kuhn, I won't take up any maintenance room space. I can work outside. Please let me take care of the slightly injured constructs. Please, let me save those with over 70% too. Professor Kuhn wasted another second on Wan Shi. Start up a remote maintenance unit for them, and bring those constructs who can still sit up by the door. I'm on it! Wan Shi can't even remember how many maintenance procedures were performed that day. His hands, covered in vital fluid, never stopped working. The remote maintenance cables feel like they've fused into his head. The pain numbs everything else. Repair, maintenance. Turn around and there's another construct lying there in pain. Then more repairs, more maintenance. No different from humans, really. When a construct's bionic skin ruptures, it creates the same bloody, mangled mess. Stay still and bear with it for a moment. It'll be over soon. Oh, it hurts so much! I'll help you. It'll be alright. You wouldn't understand. Every time I come to this damn place, Wan Shi's vision blurs blacks. His hands slip, applying too much pressure. Vital fluid seeps from the wound anew. His remote maintenance kit misaligns by an inch, drawing a cry of pain from the construct. Sorry. Disconnect him now! The throbbing in his head vanishes instantly. Wan Shi slumps to the floor as if his very soul had been sucked from his body. That's enough. Stop. No, not yet. As if answering Wan Shi's determination, more constructs come running through the airlock connecting to the emergency center, carrying new patients on stretchers. 3 minutes, Professor. Give me 3 minutes and I'll be rested enough to hook up the maintenance kit. Wan Shi takes a deep breath, pushes himself in front of the ground, and rushes to check on the new patient's injuries. Elevate the chest cavity, but don't touch the neck. Careful now. The construct injuries are severe. His face is completely disfigured, but one can still tell he underwent modification at a young age. Lift carefully. Yes, like that. Wan Shi? The construct holding the injured person hesitantly calls out Wan Shi's name. Scene? Is that you? Wan Shi recognizes the veteran construct. He served in the same squad as Palo's parents. After the incident, he helped take care of Palo. You still remember me? Scene closes his eyes in pain, looking more worn out than ever. Another mission gone wrong? Another... Yes, it happened again. This time it was his turn. What? Wan Shi freezes for a split second before sharply looking back down at the nearly destroyed construct. Vital fluid has stained the construct's synthetic hair, obscuring what was once a distinctive color.
I can't bother watch this happen in front of me anymore.
A gasp ripples through the crowd as Trunon looks up. A construct slumped dejectedly on the ground, having laid down the critically wounded patient in his arm. The white-haired doctor kneels beside the patient, shouting for medical equipment while applying pressure above the amputator on the site of the patient's leg. Get me the maintenance kit! Now! It's too late, Wan Shi. Wan Shi holds the maintenance tools but can only watch helplessly as Palo's wounds, both old and new, covering his bloody body, each more horrifying than the last. He's still so young! What about a recall? Yes! We can still before a recall! He has no vital signs. No! There must be a way! Wan Shi wipes his face with his hand, but instead of clearing his blurry vision, he only manages to smell vital fluid near his eye. The word before his eyes turned crimson red, his arms trembling to the point of near spasm, but nothing could be done. Nothing he could do would make a difference now. The lifeless construct lies before him. Through his chaotic thoughts, Wan Shi grasps onto a single memory. He realizes that this is the very place where they first met. Back then, Palo was crying and calling out for his mother while instantly exposing the young doctor's lie. We ain't reading that part, we don't know this part. Wan Shi chokes back his tears and lowers his head, realizing his hand from Palo's wound. No vital fluid gushing out anymore. 16. When you went with the modification, you were still too young. Why did it take me so long to understand?
We blown things up. We made our noise. None of it matters anymore. Everything we could do was useless. Let's end this.
I'm going for modification this month. What? Why? It's just going to go to the ground. There's no need for modifications, right? And certainly no need to rush it. No! It is urgent. What? The sooner, the better. I'm done waiting. He'll never turn 16.
Halo made his choice to never confront the moment when the lie would unravel. Perhaps this way he could die while still holding on to hope.
Wow, that's fucking insane. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Guilt is etched across Cian's face as mind shift warnings begin to sound. Several nearby constructs carefully escort him away. Once he paid no attention to Cian's departure, his head hangs low. His hair, damp with sweat and vital fluid, droops across his forehead as he appears to be in a prayer.
Won't someone lie to me too?
Damn, dude, that's fucking insane. Oh. Man. Okay, hold on. I gotta make a call real quick. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do one more, and then that'll be it. We made some really good headway. Really good headway. So, we're going to do this episode, and that'll take us to the end of the stream. And then from there on, we go on to Tuesday to hopefully finish up the floating record. Because then after that, we are on to the main story, which I cannot wait to be on. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 16, Refutation? Refutation. The desperate work continues late into the night as the artificial sky slowly lifts to its nocturnal state. Wan Chi leans against a piece of equipment, silently staring at the aftermath before him. The gaunt professor approaches, peeling off his gloves stained with vital fluid. He tries to help Wan Chi up, but Wan Chi clutches his head and waves him away.
The emergency response is over. I'll contact your mentor tomorrow to explain the situation. You go home and rest.
It's not over. There's still so many constructs lying there.
It's over. We're understaffed and under-resourced. The construct maintenance department can only handle so much, and pulling doctors from other emergency centers won't help. This is always how it ends after large-scale operations.
The professor remembers something, and lets out a sigh.
There's no end to those who need saving. Wasn't that felon construct your friend?
Not fallen.
Wan Chi staggers to his feet, manages 2 steps, and has to brace himself again against the nearby wall.
Can't stop. Balon never came back. Maka's father is still missing. There's no end to this, but I can't stop.
Wan Chi leans against the wall to catch his breath, then tries to search the maintenance rooms one by one, but Kanon stops him.
You might want to look over there instead.
Kanon points to a metal box nearby, its surface also covered in vital fluid.
What's in there?
Nameplates.
It's a sturdy metal box containing the nameplates torn from various constructs, each one bearing their names. Wan Chi bends down and carefully sifts through the containers piece by piece. He fears the engravings on the nameplates inch by inch, like a blind person. Some nameplates are so worn that the names are barely visible, while others so shiny and new, without a single scratch. Eventually, he finds Maka's father's nameplate. Oh, damn, dude!
I found it. Take the nameplate you're looking for and go. You've done enough for today.
What can I do?
What?
What can I do to save them?
Who are you trying to save? The constructs?
I don't want to lose anyone. Humans, constructs, any of them.
He recalls his first birthday, that distant moment when he was surrounded by many. Halo, Melvin, Scene, and he made a wish.
I want everyone to stay by my side forever.
Professor, I want to transfer departments. I'll apply for extended internship as soon as I get back. Why don't you go eliminate the punishing virus right now? I'll say it again, you can't save everyone. Don't come back here anymore. Don't come back here anymore, Wan-Shi. Pediatrics is far better than construct maintenance. Professor,
Several staff members approached from behind them, their eyes meeting Wan-Shi's. Wan-Shi? A staff member quickly scans Wan-Shi's face with the device. Identified confirmed. Take him away.
What?
What the fuck?
You are obligated to answer every question I'm about to ask.
In a closed room, several stern-faced individuals stare intently at Wan-Shi from across the table. Did you go to the emergency center and participate in construct emergency treatment?
Who are you people?
Do you admit to participating in today's construct emergency procedures?
Yes.
How many operations and how many constructs did you handle?
Handle? I don't remember. It was just a few. There were countless of them. Too many to count.
You were about to receive your pediatric residency certification. Why did you suddenly decide to work with constructs today?
It wasn't on a whim. It was...
Wan-Shi freezes as the person before him takes out a coat that was left outside, then fishes out 2 nameplates from a pocket stained with vital fluid. What's your connection to these 2 constructs? Wan-Shi points out Maka's father's nameplate.
His son is in the pediatric ward and is about to undergo surgery. I'm the doctor in charge.
What about this one? He places Palo's nameplate on the table.
He's my friend.
Did you know he was suspect of desertion?
Desertion? What the hell does that mean?
What does desertion mean?
Assertion means a confident and
No, not assertion.
What does desertion mean?
Deception.
No. What does desertion mean? Okay, this fucking... God damn it, Siri! Oh, deserting or causing for organization. Okay. Damn, that's tough. Palo was the construct assigned to the reconnaissance for this operation. He failed to report the code up to the swarm attack in time, resulting in heavy construct casualties and a high refugee death toll. He went AWOL into an area with extreme potency concentration. His teammates managed to bring him back, but the Star of Life later pronounced him dead despite the attempts to save him. Later simulations showed him his monitor module and personal detection equipment were fully functional, and Babylonia's combat support system had warned him in time. There was no way he could have missed the corrupted swarm. Based on his history, we've determined there's a high probability he would defect. Privacy design makes it impossible for Wan-Shi to see what is displayed in front of the staff, but their expression reminds him of the volunteer specialist from years ago. He had casually reviewed his brief life with a few comments. Most importantly, during his absence from the team, he made one transmission to Babylonia. His only recent communication, it was you.
Yes, I received his transmission, but I couldn't make out a word he was saying. Can't you access the construct's data logs?
Wan-Shi's heart suddenly races as emotions surge into his chest, threatening to burst forth.
No matter what happened, he would never desert us. Something must have forced his hand.
The data storage unit in Palo's frame is damaged. Repairs are still ongoing. As for your other statements, we will verify each one thoroughly. There's something else. The staff member gives Wan-Shi a dismissive glance before opening a new file. Before you went to medical school, you gathered people from the youth center and caused a small commotion in the exhibition hall, which led to disciplinary action from the center. This situation was handled by designated personnel at the time, so there's no need to elaborate. You could have just collected their nameplates and left. Why did you stay at the emergency center for so long?
Why? I wanted to save people. I couldn't help with the rescue, so why should I leave?
These are your equipment usage records from the construct maintenance department. You occupied a remote maintenance unit, and on top of that, you wasted even more maintenance resources.
Occupied? Wasted?
You don't belong in the construct maintenance department. You're just a pediatrics intern. There's a vast gap between human medicine and construct maintenance science. Never mind recovery. The survival rate of constructs under your care today doesn't even reach 10%. Looking at the results, you hoarded resources that other constructs needed to survive, leading to at least 8 constructs' death. Why would you risk imprisonment to do all this? Wan-Shi's fingers press hard against the table, his knuckles turning white. The anger and disgust in his chest finally boil over.
Because no one was able to save those critically wounded constructs. They wouldn't have even had a 10% chance of survival. Did you even see the chaos of the emergency center today? You... Wanji catches the sight of their expression and falls silent. They seem well accustomed to such outbursts from across the table, continuing to listen to his statement with cold indifference, not even raising an eyebrow. Since explaining is pointless, go ahead and sentence me. Wanshi lets out a bitter smile and gives up defending himself. To him, this feels even more absurd and futile than the fireworks incident. Left in a dark room, Wanshi waits for further questioning. His time stretches endlessly. He loses track of how long it's been. He slept fitfully, constantly searching his memories to understand why Palo would contact him in such an emergency. He worries about Natalie discovering Palo's messages and remains concerned about Maka's surgery. Someone enters the room and turns on the light, only to find Wanshi with even darker circles under his eyes. Professor Chon. A sudden burst of light makes Wanshi squint, but he can still make out who it is. Professor Chon from the Construct Maintenance Department stands before him, holding Wanshi's terminal. Professor. His voice is bitter with the grief, but both for Palo and for himself. Palo can't be a traitor. He never deliberately led everyone to their deaths. I didn't waste any construct resources. I didn't get 8 constructs to lose their lives. You can prove it. The professor doesn't answer. After a moment of silence, Wanji changes the subject with another question. How is Maka doing? He's my patient. Please check on her condition for me. He's not stable and his surgery is coming up soon. Don't let him know about his father. And the pediatric nurse working with me, she's also Palo's friend. We can't let her know about what happened to Palo yet. He's basically lying to what he did back then. Khan lets out a long sigh. You may go now. This interrogation was standard procedure. Since your friend is at the center of this incident, those who leave no stone unturned would naturally want to question you as well. Fortunately, people out there are busy working on your behalf. They won't be coming after you again for now. Out there? Who? Quite a few people. Your classmates, the pediatrics mentor, and Professor Hypocrites. She was the first to notice something was wrong. Perhaps because retirement is approaching and she has more free time, she decided on a whim to check the pediatric residence and duty roster. That's when she noticed the most diligent intern was absent. In the Construct Maintenance Department, the medical staff present can prove that your actions were a waste of medical resources. In fact, they provided new data. Compared to similar cases in the past, you actively improved the success rate of the emergency treatments. Not everyone has the clearance to transfer data from the Construct Maintenance Department, Professor. Don't overthink it. All you need to know is that you're in the clear, and they have no reason to fabricate false charges against you. These procedures are nothing more than a warning. I don't know what your friend did, but what you said at the emergency center today could destabilize the construct. Some truths are better left undisturbed. Not everyone can handle reality as it is. John opens the door for Wanshi, gesturing him to leave. Thanks. It's mainly because they don't suspect Palo as much anymore. They inspected your terminal and backed up the messages Palo left for you. Only then I was allowed to come in and take you away. Messages from Palo? Brace yourself. Chadon places Wanshi's terminal in his hands. Oh boy. Palo's face flashes briefly on the screen before he points the recorder at his surroundings.
This signal's terrible. I finally managed to get through. And you look like you can't hear what I'm saying.
Getting my braces fixed today. Have a good stream. Hey, all good. Go enjoy that. You be safe on that. Have fun with that. I've done had my braces done fixed before. No shit, are fucking annoying. So have fun with that. Good luck. This is the final episode anyway. So by the time you come back and look, my stream will be over for the night. So all good. Shark Faith, we'll see you around. Good luck. Have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be, and we'll see you around. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna finish this episode.
I never expected the sky near the dead zone to be so blue. I thought it'd be red. Wanted to send you all a photo, but nothing's going through. Never mind. Seed and the others are out scanning for nearby corrupted. The reason I'm trying to reach to you is I think I saw something. And I feel like you should know about this. I can't be certain yet, but I hope it's in my head. Approaching the dead zone, my info device definitely won't get us through. Maybe it'll take a decade or so for the punishing concentration here to drop. Wonder if I'll have joined some elite squad by then? Maybe elite squads all have such cool names. Some fly in the sky, some dash on the ground, and then there's Raptor. Man, Raptor! Just thinking about how it gets me hyped. My mission is to assist with the conservation area evacuation, and everything's been going smoothly so far. Don't know why there's suddenly a corrupted swarm gathering nearby, but they haven't moved for 3 days now. If it weren't just for the safety's sake, I'd say we don't even need to evacuate.
Palo's footsteps come to a halt as he raises to his wrist to check the squad signal.
The leader called for an assembly. I need to get back monitoring the corrupted horde. About what I just saw. Never mind, I'll let it go for now. We'll have a proper talk when I get back.
The footage becomes shaky as Palo runs for the recorder, his breath coming in heavy gasp.
I wasn't ready to go deeper in, but I saw that thing again. I had to message you. I tried to tell Sheen and the others too, but I can't wish them through the special channel. It makes no damn sense. This isn't even about finding someone trustworthy to tell anymore. I can't reach anyone at all. If you get this message, you have to respond quickly, Wan Shi. I followed that thing, and it ended up in some strange place. I have no idea where I am now, and those messages probably won't even get through. Oh, the electronic equipment may be infected. I have a bad feeling about this.
The image starts to distort. Palo slams the recorder twice, but it refuses to return to normal.
Listen, there was a strange corrupted rolling around earlier. His punishment ratings were off the charts. I think it's still nearby. This is bad. I need to get out of here fast. Is the punishing spreading again? The concentration wasn't nearly this high on the path just moments ago.
Only 15 minutes had passed when the display grew almost completely dark. Palo's messages had now become increasingly fragmented. The switch plan.
The switch plan! Remember, your will in exchange. I'm very grateful, but I never thanked you properly. Thank you, Wan Shi. I really want to be a construct duck. I want to save as many as possible. There are still many constructs like Mom. Though the benefits mediocre. Looked into Washu, but the information seemed quite clean. This time, it's the same.
Palo's voice grows more and more distant.
My punishing! My critical! I'm afraid Outpost won't initialize. Might as well break. Can't go back. Watch Shi. There's no way back for me now. The corrupted are here. No choice. Sink came. I dragged him into this. I'm sorry. The thing I said. I heard it anyway. Watch Shi. It's coming. You!
A corrupted shadow falls across the screen.
What is this? Watch Shi. Don't come here. Please. Stay away.
A piercing shriek comes through the display, followed by Palo's agonizing scream.
Don't come here!
Wan Shi's hand clenches around the terminal. The day's grief has left his nerves numb as he listens to Palo's final message, unable to form a single word.
With these messages, they'll probably write off Palo's case as an accident. Sudden accidents with corrupted are all too common these days. His leader seed is still in the maintenance ward, suffering from severe body deviation. It might take a long time for him to recover.
After Palo's message ends, another notification pops up. Wan Shi mechanically taps on it.
Wan Shi, please respond immediately when you get this message. A few constructs just arrived at the emergency center, saying Palo is their teammate. But I haven't seen Palo, and they won't tell me anything. If you know something...
Natalie's voice breaks with emotion as she speaks.
You were the closest to Palo. Have you heard anything? I heard he was the only one from the entire squad who didn't make it.
Go home. I've spoken with your mentor. She wants you to take a few days off.
Can't rest yet. Aka needs surgery.
Then I suggest you get yourself together before stepping into the operation room.
Wan Shi pushes himself up, gripping the edge of the desk for support.
Professor, I want to apologize for turning down your guidance back then. Back then, I couldn't find anything to drive me forward as a doctor, but now my goals have changed.
Good. I'm glad you found a new purpose.
I want to transfer to construct maintenance. Professor, You want to take me as your intern back in middle school and even today? Because you're too honest for your own good. Someone like you wouldn't be able to stomach the current state of construct maintenance. We can't save everyone. We can't fix everything. And we can't even speak about the oblivious problems staring at us in the face. The secrets we have to cover up only grow in number. And we tell ourselves it's not for the greater good. Are you absolutely certain you want to join construct maintenance? If there's even the smallest way I can help.
Joan recognizes these familiar words. In a past conversation, Wanshi had said the same thing. If there's even the smallest way I can help.
First, finish your business at the pediatrics department, and then have a proper talk with your mentor. Then, come find me.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably one of my favorite floating records so far. Probably one of my favorite floating records so far. Really, really, really good chapter. Absolutely enjoying it. We are now what, 62%? Yeah, so we should be close. We should hopefully get it done by Thursday. We should hopefully get it done by Thursday, and that'll be that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. It's been one hell of a stream. We went for like what? Almost 4 hours, so that's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Made some really good headway. So, yeah, this was a good stream. Thank you all for being here today. So, yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a more relaxing day for me. I'll let my voice rest. I'm gonna be chilling, working on some things back on the content wise, and go from there. So, again, I thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me as always. You guys do not have to support me, and you guys do, and I do not take that for granted. And I'm just super grateful to be here. Super grateful to be doing this content. We're almost caught up to the all content of PGR. We still got a couple more things that we're gonna get done, but other than that, it's been going pretty well. Super excited to see what's gonna happen next in this chapter. We ended up in a good spot, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time. I'm gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna go get me a snack real quick and get on with the guys and just enjoy their time. And because, like I said, Sunday's more of a relaxing day, so I'm probably gonna get on with them again and just enjoy the time, enjoy family time, and just be present. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we continue with the floating record, hopefully attempting to finish it. Until then, I will see you all there. I'm out. Peace.